Thì ơi, ủa vẫn lùn nha. 14 game trong 21 ngày. Đã quay giải gì? Xem tí cho Toro mà. Cái giải này có cái đéo thì giải này không biết nó chia ra vòng loại đéo gì mà đéo thấy tiền này. Đéo gì nhỉ? Wallachia. Wallachia. Mùa 4. Tổng giải nó sẽ là gì? Mẹ mày tầm 500.000 khoảng đấy. Wallachia này season 6 mà. Season 6. Xem. Cũng thế. Cũng thế. À, cái giải này hiện tại nó là ấy. Xem chỉ tweet thôi mà. God, baby. So baby, this is number, so call me baby. Bọn này ra highlight nhanh lắm. The Spirit VS cái đéo gì nhỉ? Bọn nào ta? Parivision. Mẹ. Bây giờ game 3 không? Chatoro đánh TB khét vãi luôn nhỉ. Manta đi phu. Để phát 2 đồ một lúc luôn. Ô, thằng Medusa đến hết game vẫn không lên xác à?
Monkey then uses that vision to go find more things. And this support duo
Thực lực của sư tôn quả nhiên thâm sâu khó lường.
Vision, so much map play.
Yeah, and Ringmaster has been banned by Paravision the entire series up until this point, since they banned out Jakiro instead. So we're gonna see the Rue Master in action.
He plays it really, really well. I like the fact that it gives them a lot of control as well in a team fight. It gives you save. This hero's toolkit is very good. Strong laner as well. AoE control. If this is gonna be Ringmaster in the lane against Naga Siren, this also gives you a way of almost instantly clearing the illusion. Same goes with the Centaur. So I think this Naga Siren is not gonna be having
từ
that good of a time.
giờ bọn nó hot này.
And again for Spirit, they are gonna be going with healing position 5. They did go with the Enchantress in the previous one. It did look really good. In this one, strong lanes for Spirit. I really like it.
Yep, really strong lanes. P-Vision, they don't have... They kind of have the same potential problems as Game 1 Spirit, where the support duo can do a lot of map play, but they need other heroes to do damage. That could be the case here if P-Vision don't respect that with the next 2 picks. And yeah, Spirit, once again, it's 3 dudes that are going to enable your Toro to find farm.
Yeah. Let's see how Paravision responds. If we're going to assume that that's the support duo for them, it's time to get some cores on board, and they have to pick 2 in a row.
I like Beast. I also like Lycan. Because this hero farms so quickly. Once you get to your Helm, 14-15 minutes, you can start building into Nullifier as well, which is a bane for both of these heroes. So I want to see something that these 2 heroes are going to be afraid of.
And it also might
Lộn loát cái gì đấy.
force Yutaro to have to
Lỗi
play
nhảy được
a
ồ.
gyrocopter, and then
Mẹ cái bọn này bị gì nhỉ?
you kind of want a carry that jumps in as well, goes for the fight. Of course, potential Ember Spirits and any
Anyone
mid
who,
laner
yeah, who
will use Iron
utilizes
Fist
that
as well,
shield.
which is a very different playstyle as well to Nature's Prophet. So I mean, P-Vision's lineup looks really fun, but also very quickly punishable.
There's also 3 melee heroes, and mid laner could potentially also be a melee hero
Wait,
as well.
come
You're
on,
playing
xíu
into
luôn.
Pugna, Centaur, Ringmaster. These heroes are very, very good against melee
Đi mẹ
heroes.
mày
And Ursa
bảo
is
sao
available
xuống
for
một
Spirit
MK
if they wanted
bảo
to
sao xuống phục
try and
MK
counter lane, one
trong
of the better
giải cũng
counters to
Naga
Dark
cũng
Sim.
hot mày ơi.
They do go for the Void Spirit.
Someone
a
doesn't
playmaker,
utilize
but-
that Iron Shell. Yeah.
Yep.
Voice Spirit.
Monkey King
Let's
is going
see,
to be providing vision. Same goes. Like, the lanes are going to be in a good spot. You have Naga Siren, you have Monkey King who can creep skip. Void Spirit deals with the lanes well. Helm plus the Iron Shell on it, plus the Darkseer using it on a creep wave.
But when you pick Void Spirit Darkseer like this, there's not really much flexibility with it. You don't really see Void Spirit carry, right? So mid and off lane. And these
Yeah,
are
wait,
2
like
heroes
Void
that
Spirit
can
carry.
be extremely punished, right? Huskars can beat Void Spirits, Ursas can beat Darkseer. So it will be interesting to see which option Spirit kind of wants to go down. Like, which hero do they want to go, you are removed from the game. How dare you pick so confidently against us?
Địt mẹ voi đi biết ổn nhất.
Void Spirit in the past used to be played as position 4 sometimes.
Nhức cái đầu á, nhức
Sure.
cái đầu á.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm not
was-
expecting it this game, but it's,
Yep.
you know, if anybody were to do it, it would be.
No,
like
I think you have a good point, because this monkey can still go to the mid lane. It can still go to carry role, and with the Call of the Void facet, something 9 class did play, synergize as well with Darkseer. You have, let's call it a stun. You have taunt in the lane. You have good hero that you can throw this Iron Shell on with the shield as well. So also purple teamed, very
Yes,
important.
very, very color coordinated.
Yep.
Very good. Yes. Smart analysis. We like it.
Địt mẹ mày lót thế nhỉ?
All right, let's see. This is Spirit using all the
Sao
bonus time
trong này
for
lại
this
không lót
pick.
ra
This is,
game
of
nha,
course,
chật.
called the 18th pick because well, it is
Mẹ
the-
mày xem kia
but
lót
it's
quá
also
hay
the
sao
one
mà
that they
xem.
can protect after
like this
hitting
spot.
it mid-solution.
They
Nó
spent a
lót
lot of
kinh như
time
xem video.
probably
Ở đây chắc
discussing
phải có. Ở đâu
is it
hiện
the
này.
Void 4, is it the Monkey 4? Like, what variation of P-Vision's flexibility and unique approach to draft is it going to be? And Leshrac
This bug,
can play into
Hôm
anything,
nay
right?
thật ra in game
Pick
có
says
game gì
we
chứ
don't care.
sao lại
Yeah.
game dây người ta.
we don't care. It's going to be
Ờ.
hero that has a lot of saves behind him. He has Pugna, he has Stampede,
lấy
he has
lâu đấy
blocks
rồi.
from Ringmaster.
Từ công
This
để
is
ra tí
exactly type
bẻ
of a
để
hero
tôi
that
search
Leshrac needs to
search
play. He
trên
needs a little bit
YouTube,
of
đi YouTube đéo lót. Gọi là chia.
needs to play. He needs a little bit of extra help. It's not that the 2 supports can really play with him. It's not like Spirit Breaker charging in like we've seen yesterday from Liquid with playing with Leshrac. It's more of a, I want to hold the ground and my supports are going to be taking care of me. So the damage is not going to be coming through the supports. It's going to be more like Lesh is dealing damage, some saves, and that's about it.
Yeah, for your Toro, the carry pick could be a Jug if you don't really, if you just want to play a good lane. There's Gyrocopter if you want to respect just potential
Ở
counters
season
down the
6 ở
line from
đây
P-Vision.
season
Play
quả
most
đi mẹ
lanes. There's
La Mã luôn.
actually there's so many
Vì
options I think to blind pick for your Toro because of how well rounded the first 4 heroes are.
Yeah.
And also when you take away like Medusa and like the big carries that Satanic can play, you're not really afraid to put your Toro on a Gyrocopter that might not scale as well as some of the big ones Satanic can play. And I still feel Ursa or Gyrocopter are the 2 that come
Yeah, I like her so
come to
a lot.
mind, but they are the most obvious ones I feel in this scenario.
We'll see which one Paravision wants to remove from the pool. They got one more ban to do so. If we're looking towards the other side,
Wait.
we have Medusa already banned out.
Marcy is still available.
Yes.
If you wanted to go Marcy carry on Spirit.
Hmm.
And then you can just try and kill the Darkseer a couple times in lane.
This is the old school classic. Good against Darkseer, against all of the illusions. If you're the one getting the first jump,
Trông của Yatoro
Naga
trông
Siren,
có hẳn
Darkseer,
đầu
they
tóc
don't
kiểu
have
lồn
enough
này.
time to react to what Sven wants
Ảo
to
thế
do.
nhỉ?
He goes in, blinks, deletes one hero immediately, and then kind of what you want to do with your lineup falls apart.
Well, P-Vision's damage early on is worrying, right? It's Astral Steps and Iron Shells pretty much. Everything else is waiting.
Móc.
They do ban up the Morphling. So Spirit, they identify the fact that for P-Vision to win this game, it's Satanic finding the 1v9 carry, right? And both Medusa and Morphling in certain drafts can be that hero. But yeah, Gyro, Ursa, Marcy, they're the three that come to mind, but pick a fourth hero.
I don't know if I
Oxy.
have it.
Okay.
These are good options.
I'm scared.
And it gives them good speed as well.
Yep.
Like this carry hero comes online super quickly. I think they understood what happened in game number 1 in terms of problems that they did have with the lineup, where they were unable to take the fight, especially the one on Juggernaut. You need the battlefield, you need another item to be able to get stuff done. Marcy, Helmet the Dominator, and then whether you need a BKB, can easily join in some of these fights.
Voi.
You potentially then go Ursa for but then it's so slow. It's like, sure, in the game you can eventually get like nullifier and stuff, but they do need like an early game damage dealer, but also a strong laner. 'Cause if you can stall Centaur's game, then you can still play out the early to mid game, right? But if you pick a carry that just farms, Centaur farms, buys aura, he then buffs up the Leshrac, and Marcy, you do damage.
What if they put Monkey Carry, put Void Spirit
Paris
4, and then they
Saint-Germain.
pick up a Queen of Pain or something?
Yeah, it can work.
it could.
Yeah. Pugnu can sometimes be a bit annoying, but
Oh, I should have predicted that one.
Mở các cái
Ancient Apparition.
Everybody saw that coming. What's
Yeah,
that? How is
honestly,
it?
I don't mind it.
Okay.
It does mean it's gonna be a
Naga
carry.
carry.
Naga.
Carry
Yeah,
Naga.
right. We don't
It's
really-
been a while.
It's been a hot minute, right? But
I will
Manta,
tell
Orchid,
you, Naga AA used to be done so many times by, was it Extreme? Was it LGD?
Thằng này class này nó địt mẹ mày, nó
'cause
khoái
it's
có
a very
MK
good
nhỉ.
thing.
Địt mẹ
Question,
thằng này
does
đúng kiểu
Yatoro
có leo
change his
một hai
item
hero.
build? Is this gonna be potentially some
repeat
Battle
lại
Fury
mà.
build, or if he switches to Mjolnir, because you want to be dealing with the illusions? You already have Lesh, you have Centaur, you have Ringmaster, so the illusions are not gonna be doing as much.
Ringmaster,
the concern I think for Naga carry is Lesh and Marcy like buying BKB early. Lesh likes buying Shivas, which is anti-illusion hero, and then Marcy can go just big raw damage and lock onto a hero. That aside, I do respect the AA last pick. We had some damage concerns, but now with Ice Blast, if you find a
hero's
hero,
Cái script
the
lab
hero is
chúng
dead. So I
nó
think
lộn
AA
ngược
at
gối.
least gives pick-off potential from P-Vision, but a rare Naga carry. You
Yeah,
don't see it too
I
often.
just don't believe
don't like
this
it?
hero.
Panto
No,
là thằng đéo này.
because maybe if they didn't have
Lạ
Lesh,
nhỉ?
if they had some like
Mới.
mid Nature's Prophet
Panto,
again, I would go
Panto.
their side, but it does feel like this Leshrac is going to be doing
Maxi
way
carry.
too much. I feel
Mình
the
nhớ đấy, có
combination of the
Maxi.
heroes,
Linh
plus
Hem là
you
mình nhớ
also
ưa.
have pretty much
Không
4
khoái.
melee
Lớn
heroes
rồi, nó muốn
against
macro.
Marcy Pugna.
Dài.
It's just we don't talk about it too much, but the range melee, some of the matchups are really bad, and I think we're going to be seeing them in this game.
Well, I'm sure someone's very confident in their draft, and that's Astini, the coach.
Absolutely. Astini did seem pretty confident, I have to say, Sheever, as walking out of the booth. Quite the turnaround. It's been quite some time since we've seen the carry Naga. What made you so confident to switch it over from what I assume to be a support?
Satanic is really good with Naga, but the hero is always banned. That's why we're not playing it as a carry, because we cannot play the hero. So when we pick it, we already consider this. Last game we consider a lot, to be honest. We kind of, I guess we just played bad last game, but we thinking now if we had Naga it would be easier. And now I feel like they have a draft that cannot hit towers. If we're just patient enough, it will be easy.
Okay, well, you called the first game. You said that we have to kind of win early, and then you like 20-0'd them, so well done there. Now, as a smart man, as a genius, as some would say, as a magnanimous leader of Dota, as one of the smartest coaches in the world, don't you think Lesh good versus Naga? A lot of damage. Marcy, a lot of AoE. I mean, aren't these heroes kind of okay, though?
They are kind of okay, but we have other 4 heroes. So you're saying like they have 2 heroes to maybe address my carry. We still have 4 other heroes. A is gonna carry this game. It's the last pick.
Okay, the AA. Now, Shiver's very excited about this AA pick. A lot of people in the game do feel like this is a pseudo-counter to these tanky Dragon Knights and DKs. How come you don't think that we're seeing AA in every single game?
I don't know. Maybe people don't know how to play the hero, because when we play, we win.
Bullshit. That man knew. You could tell from his face he knew the exact answer, but he held on because he's a champion. He's very smart. 9 class just died, so let's get into the game. I'm so sorry. Let's go.
To a fight right now. Ducalis is also almost going down. We've had 1-for-1 already. Ducalis still trying to get out. We'll make it. John, who secured first blood?
I believe that
it was Lol.
Yeah,
it was Lol.
Gets the bonus. Going to be feeling good on that Lash. And this matchup is going to be, yeah, it's manageable for no one. He's got an all damage barrier. He can cop some of it. He's got some good right click. It's almost like a puck matchup, except a lot more spell damage coming in here from Laurel. You have to be a bit cautious, of course, once you're out of mana. It becomes very manageable for no one. I'm keen on seeing how much Paravision can get out of this Naga core, because let me tell you, like the panel pointed out, this game is not very easy for the Naga core. Heck, and even discarding the Lushrak, just the Ringmaster alone would shard. I mean, that Spotlight just melts illusions. So even from your support position, these illusions are going to get managed once you get shard up. It's not going to be very easy to kind of play this game the way you might want to in terms of clump ups. The farming pace is the one thing Satanic can maximize. We've seen it from this kid before, where you leave him alone, he manages his illusions, he's going to be going through the jungle well, cutting off creep waves, getting all of this build up. So you can work himself to a really quick timing from a good start. This lane combination coming out from Team Spirit for Collapse, though, is pretty aggressive. Mind you, there's some aggression here for the side of Paravision as well. You get that cold feet up, you start to get some value point and end snare. It could be a relatively easy way to just find a fast pickoff if you overstep your bounds. At that point, though, Collapse should have some padding items up, so once he has a little bit more HP, it might not be as threatening, especially once he gets his Helm of Iron Will for a little bit more armor.
Let me stop you there, John. Are you saying that you're a believer of the POS 1 Nagasar?
On Satanic, somewhat, but not. This game is just so challenging. Even Satanic might struggle here.
Yatoro, going to be okay. They're just farming the creep wave here for 9 class and DM. Of course, Yatoro going to be on this Marcy along with Panto against DM's Darksea and the MK of 9 class. Yatoro on this Marcy, I mean, it should be playing a lot faster than the Naga Siren can, as we do kind of anticipate.
Yeah.
I wonder if it plays quick enough. I mean, we did see it from Paravision Game 1, just how fast they could play. How fast can Team Spirit play that?
I think it's not going to be a slow here whatsoever. Yatoro is going for the standard Dominator build-up that we tend to see from Marcy carry. I'm curious to see what the solution will be. Again, if there's any concern at all for the illusions, or if you're just going to go like big hitter Marcy, going in with Basher, BKB straight up, not even carrying. Not going for something like a Maelstrom Mjolnir, which would make sense in this kind of game. Certainly not Battlefield when you're going Dominator. They're checking mid again, and no one's kind of made it work. Again, almost like a puck matchup with what you have to contend with. A lot of spell damage, decent right-click trade, but with Void Spirit's speed and animations, it can close up. Panto?
Yeah, dropping very low, still trying, but a beautiful boundless strike from 9 class, putting an end to all of it. And Panto gonna melt to the Iron Shell damage. This is another thing with this duo between DM and 9 class. You've got this Monkey King that can close the gap at any moment with that Primal Spring. And DM with the Iron Shells just being applied makes it so hard for this laning stage of Team Spirit.
Yeah, there's not much you can really do as well, right? Like, you're trying to save people with Decrep, but in this kind of lane, Decrep's not really gonna do you any favors on Panto. At least a defensive Decrep on an ally. Might have to look for it offensively to just block some right clicks if you are concerned. And no one's been doing fantastic work on mid, running away with the lane at 24-9. Laurel lagging quite a fair bit behind. 13-1, always having to expend all of his mana. Water Rune control is going to be 1-1, so no one should still get topped up. And it doesn't seem like there's any sign of relief coming anytime soon. I think that's one thing with the support duo of Team Spirit here, is that Ringmaster and Pugna don't really set up anything for you. Not too well at the very least. Right? Like, it's not the most amount of control. Maybe say Impalement Arts leading into stun could be nice. You already see 9 Class being highly disruptive into the backline, as he tends to do on his monkey, giving a lot of room out for DM to just soak solo XP, soak some farm up without risking anything into Yatoro's Marcy, which we heard the panel say you want to bully out with this hero early on. You know, you've got the rebound, you've got the dispose, you can kind of punish melee matchups. Not when the creep wave's just constantly pulled and you're completely dodging the one-on-one there.
Absolutely, 9 Class, such a frustrating Monkey King player to have to play against. See it all the time, the man specialized in this hero so much. Bottom lane, a smooth enough affair rather for Satanic, but they have been trying to chip away at this Naga Siren. He is a little bit behind this yes department, but you do kind of anticipate that against the Centaur AA lane. It's not a very, rather Centaur Ringmaster lane, I should say, not a very easy one to go against. Ducal is trying his best to keep him safe on the AA. Satanic, though, at the very least, hasn't died. And any sec where you're still in the lane is a good kind of thing as Lal will get jumped in. No one is there. Lal trying to survive, can't do it. No one, barely able to get out of that tier 1 tower range. Meanwhile, DM, he will escape the grasp of Yatoro and Panto.
Yeah, it's an important kill for Paravision to find great timing as the urn was just picked up by no one, so instantly gets a charge. Could start to consider certain openings. They've got the power and control off of that kill as well. Just perfect timing for Paravision. Even still getting a free chase down onto Panto.
Absolutely, just the Iron Shell. 9 Class, confidently doing so. The Decrepify, how much does it really help here? Probably not that much. Panto will go down. Now the jump on Lal. Tame the Beast gonna help a little bit, but not enough. Lal is gone. Rue is still trying to take down somebody, and he will get no one. So you do get something for all of this trouble. Bouncing from Yatoro now, he's rotated to try and help out. Ducalis will be dropping. So not a bad trade at all here for the side of Team Spirit. They are going to force Lal to make the walk of shame back to the mid lane.
That they will. I mean, they get the counter kill out a little bit later on onto no one. He was standing within the area of Diabolic Edict for a long time, I believe, by himself. Even after they managed to kill off Laurel, so that goes into that low HP scenario, cleanup coming through. For the side of Paravision, you don't mind too much. The Slushrax game has been completely halted, at least early on. They do trade even on the Shrines of Wisdom, no opportunity to snag away a steal here on the side of Paravision. But all those rotations mid also just free up the game a little bit more here for Satanic. He's able to sit back, farm on that Naga, no threat onto this Naga Siren whatsoever. Especially not with the Centaur in lane. It's just not really a burst lane by itself. DM already looking to make some moves around, has that dominated creep up. But Yatoro has his own dominated creep as well, which they will clean up at the least. You do have that level 6 threat up in Yatoro, so there's some fight potential back. It's not as easy to just 100-0 this Marcy, at least unless you connect every single tool of control. Maybe a swing around elsewhere. 9 Class, like you mentioned here, Mike, has been highly effective in all of his rotations. Keeping Laurel down again would be pretty massive. He doesn't even get lucky with a rune as well. Another rune for no one.
Very unfortunate for Lal, and they are indeed hunting. No one. Throws the urn out. Boundless Strike committed. Rue is there to help. Impalement Arts will connect to no one, and even the rotation from Panto just in case. They will not let Lal die again like that.
No. This here is just so much of your early tempo. We've seen Lushrax playing from behind. It's not a pretty picture. You want to have this early spike. You want to play with magic damage while it's strong before BKBs, or even a pipe, or even a couple of Glimmer Capes start to become a reality. Good dodge out from Yatoro, sensing something wrong with 9 Class, channeling that spring down. And the game does quiet down just a tad bit. 5-3. You are seeing creep pull shenanigans with the Dominator of Collapse as well down bot, trying to farm quite a fair bit on its own. Then it's a free farm lane down bot for Collapse and Satanic. So you are getting an arms race overall from our side lane cores. Whereas for Laurel, he's just kind of out of the picture for a fair bit longer. See if he can recover if some opportunities are presented. Still applying pressure top. This support duo hasn't really left Yatoro alone. That's just again, providing opportunities for no one.
No one going to try for Yatoro. Does land the Aether Remnant. Yatoro, he does have the help. 2 supports standing by him just in case. Just denying these rotations from no one. No one is going to run his way back into the mid lane, get back to the farm game. Team Spirit really feeling like they need to just play a little bit more defensive at this early stage of the match as Paravision. Unrelenting with these aggressive moves.
They have this early spike they want to play with. Heck, it's going to get bigger. You're almost at the full Spirit Vessel up now for no one. Scan does spot out just a tad bit here on the edge for Rue. Not the big target they'd want.
Juke the Aether Remnant, gets the escape back. Balance Strike's going to lock him down anyway, and Rue will have to just be food for no one. Meanwhile, Stampede has been forced. Satanic has been found out by Team Spirit. And Satanic cannot make it away. Collapse happy with that as now Lyle's being jumped mid lane. They want a bit more here from Team Spirit. Lyle needs help. It's not there in time. Panto desperately trying, gets a nice trade charge, but there'll be no follow-up to it.
No. And in the end, it's a 2-for-1. Pretty costly for Paravision to lose.
Now Yatoro, a lot of action across the map. DM being caught. DM cannot make it in time. The Will of Wonder will hold him down long enough. While Parry, they'll commit for the mid-tier 1 tower.
You find the bigger kills on the side of Team Spirit. The mid-tier 1's going to be a painful loss for Team Spirit, though. We've seen what 9 Class has been doing on this Monkey King. Now without the mid-tower to even stop the Monkey from venturing forward further, you don't have that safety net of the jungle, or at least, you know, it's going to be a little bit trickier with 9 Class just roaming around, keeping track of every single hero. And it has been a very difficult game for Laurel, who gets jumped again.
Ice Blast gonna land perfectly as well from Ducalis. Very nice setup from no one. Lal, he's having a hell of a game.
Yeah, he doesn't even have a game to speak of at this point. Just trying to get into the blink, trying to be able to jump in, say, with Stampede, with some initiation coming out from Collapse. There's just no relief in sight. You know, they're giving all of this build-up onto Yatoro, who is going for a quick BKB now, and probably just into damage. They find a little bit more.
They're going to be okay with that Decrepify. Will escape, but it is just such scary times right now for Team Spirit. Everywhere they look, something, or someone rather, is being hunted. Yatoro, he'll miss out on 9 Class, trying to guess which tree line he'll be in. Rue, he is going to have to find out the hard way as 9 Class will be there to cut him off. And Rue, slowly but surely, will tick out to that Spirit Vessel of no one.
No one.
I thought Paravision were the ones that were going to play slow. Apparently not.
Yeah, they're keeping up that pace. It's all down to how these lanes came off, right? Like Satanic had a free lane. You had a really aggressive lane for DM and 9 Class, and then this mid lane was just a complete wash in no one's favor. Like, Laurel just has no game. And without Laurel, your launching point just isn't there. Look at 9 Class again setting up here.
Found Yatoro. Ice Blast to land. 9 Class, no, the stun from Yatoro. The dominated creep will put an end to it. Will buy the time. 9 Class, he'll get the Wukongs off anyway. Yatoro does need to look to retreat. 9 Class now in a bit of danger, getting life drained up, but does run away with the surge at DM, as now no one. Looking to jump back in on Yatoro, but misses the Aether Remnant. He'll go for Panto instead. The much safer target to try and go for. And they will eventually secure his life.
Not the big kill they'd want. Heads up plays coming in there from Yatoro to just bail out and manage. A lot of responses out from Team Spirit just to ensure that happens. So, like, you have to drag in all of these heroes. You have to make one sacrifice to bail out your Marcy, who is keeping up in farm, which is exactly what you need to get into that BKB timing. It's just concerning because the answers for Satanic don't feel like it's all there. Again, Laurel hasn't had a game. It's looking doubtful that you can expect a quick 15-minute shard for Rue, or even securing the Tormentor at 20. It doesn't quite feel like we'll get to that point here just yet for Team Spirit, although a lot can change in a minute, I suppose. And for Paravision, it's just down to how aggressive they can be with 9 Class and with no one. Like, these two heroes don't need too much to get going. You're going to reach that point now as well with Satanic already having the Manta, having a safety net up, working into the Orchid next for some additional control, and he can start cutting these creep waves, working the map, start to accelerate this farm more and more, start to pull away from Yatoro and his own timings. And, you know, you have a lot of things to answer for on Team Spirit. Aura play as well for DM, going straight for the pipe, mitigating a lot of that output on Laurel. For Laurel's part, he does have that blink. He has a way of getting himself in and out of these engagements if need be. The issue is I don't see a smooth way for him to actually engage at the moment with that blink. Like, unless there's a way for him to just connect with Collapse, it is tricky. No one?
Ignorum's gonna land. Vessel is there. Ice Blast to fly out. Collapse, he will juke it. Will be perfectly fine with the Stampede. Smoke up from Spirit. They want to find some kind of punish for that kind of move from Paravision. Heading down through the river, down to the bot lane. Ducalis, he's hanging around. Could be a nice, easy one for them to just find. Very patient, though. They'd much rather Satanic. Satanic directly south of them at the moment. It's farming the Ancients, and they are running the right way here, Spirit. They'll get the wards down. They'll see their primary target, and the jump's going to be there. No chance to use Song. The Spirit, rather parry, they're going to try and move in anyway. But they'll only find Roof for now. 9 class, he will cut off Law. That's another great target. But the balance is already committed. Meanwhile, Collapse, he's waiting to see if they're going to need to counter-initiate again. Collapse eventually caught with the Ice Blast. Not really going to connect, so maybe now you can force the fight. Spirit, they'll move on to DM. DM is down. Yatoro looking for more. Now Ducalis. Ducalis to fall. That's massive for Team Spirit.
Huge wins, and for Paravision, we've seen this a couple of times from them where they overcommit for these chase downs. It doesn't feel like they let off onto the brakes, right? Like they're just constantly going. They get a kill, like, yeah, we want to find more. They don't chain everything up. Laurel, another attempt.
Yatoro's around. A dangerous attempt. The 9 class, of course, can just jump out of there very fast. You gotta love Simeon Stride. Team Spirit, they'll be okay. Very slight net worth lead, still sitting in the way of Paravision, but the top of the net worth board right now, both Collapse and Yatoro, as No One. Gonna jump onto Lal again. Lal, he will just melt to the damage of No One. They'll tree chop though. They found the monkey. Yatoro couldn't wait. He'll jump in immediately. Now No One trying for the TP play out. Can he make it? He can. No cancels in time.
No, not quite. A little bit unfortunate. Collapse couldn't quite get into the zone with the Stampede fast enough. And they take the 1-for-1. Big kill coming out for Paravision. Again, slowing down Laurel in this game, but at least with a Kaya Blink, he's already got the foundation down for this Leshrac to actually have some impact. The key thing for Paravision is that you are still getting space out.
Yatoro. Ice Blast gonna land. Looks like he went a bit too far, and he's gonna pay for it with his life. That's huge for Parry. Rue also chased down. 9 class, he'll throw the Wukong's command out. They've just forced the fight in, and Lao, meanwhile, trying to save this situation, but he's just not that tanky. He needs to get out of there. They'll life train him up, try to save him, but Lal is down. So is Panto. The 2-for-1 special.
Oh no. I was just saying they were doing a great job on kind of catching up and getting this big build up.
Toro.
Snipe?
The Carlos.
No.
He's all right.
Close.
It's all right.
For Team Spirit, though, again, they're the ones who get a little bit maybe over-eager for that jump in. Getting drawn in by the AA who can kind of slow down your chase. These Ice Vortex slows are not to be underestimated. You know, the loss of strength every single time as well with Death Rhyme and the Bone Chill on top. Like getting the blast under tier 1, a very optimistic play from Yatoro without the backup. And they slowly stream in from Team Spirit. They weren't completely set up for that.
More action. They try to jump Collapse. He's going to be okay, but the Ice Blast going to be very well positioned. If they do want to go in again here, Paravision, they'll hold out for now. And Collapse, he will make it through just fine. It seems like Paravision, they've seen enough. The thing is, with all this action from Paravision, you've given so much space to Satanic.
Yeah.
His farm starting to get out of control. Heart of Taras queued up next. And that's when the Naga can start to feel very silly as Ducalis. will be caught out, but that's not really a big deal for the side of Paravision.
He breaks that smoke, he buys that time, and he allows this arms race to still continue on the side of Paravision. Like you mentioned, Satanic has had himself a free time. He has died twice. They did manage to catch him out on the side of Team Spirit, but this Naga is still set to really take over the map. Especially that hard time is just going to be a toughie to deal with. Again, there are tools. You've got a lot of magic damage on hand here. You've got a lot of AoE clear, this eventual shard that Rue will eventually find at some point. Can start to make it a little bit easier to manage that split push. They're positioned nicely in Team Spirit to fight over the next Tormentor, and Paravision look like they won't even bother. They're taking the gate across for Satanic. Scan is good. Team Spirit will make their way into the area. 9 class could keep track. Maybe if someone drops low enough, it can go for an easy snipe here.
He's waiting. 9 class, they know he's around somewhere. They know they're being watched. Spirit gonna try and get away with it. The Ice Blast gonna make life a little bit more complicated, but not that much more complicated. 9 class being annoying. It's okay. Shard will be out for Rue now.
And that's a big one. The spotlight again on these illusions is just more things to be concerned about. As you know, Paravision's been finding the better end of things in terms of trades. They've been able to be playing aggressive off the back of no one quite well, and that's going to get even stronger. The Ags of no one not too far off. That AoE silence, the secondary charge in Resonant Pulse, more barrier to play with, more damage to soak up, will allow Parry to maintain this aggression. Heck, even some of the utility that starts to come in. 9 class just going straight for a BKB on this Monkey King. Nullifier afterwards to help control some of these decrep saves coming through from the side of Team Spirit. And he is finding room to farm that up. He's making great work of his dominated creep. He's just, you know, maximizing Simeon's stride. This silly little facet. At the least, it's only really 9 class using this hero, but good lord. There was a time when it was even worse, Mike.
Oh, yeah.
It
was great.
Those were the days.
I loved it.
I think, what was it? There was some Southeast Asian match where they just jumped all the way into the base to snipe couriers at minute 0.
They did?
Yeah. That was quite the play.
And I believe that was compliments of 9 class doing it first.
Yeah. I believe so. That's just, oh man. Takes me back. Still a little bit of a flashback here. 16 to 11, 3K up. Paravision just, again, on the verge of reaching critical mass. And Team Spirit, look.
No one?
Oh.
No, he's not going to find a hero. Trying for maybe the Wild Ring Ripper. Not going to find that either. Ags up on no one, of course, now. Do get the Kayayasha available on our Leshrac as well. Of course, Lyle's been having a pretty tough time. A lot of focus here on the Leshrac throughout this game, and it certainly has made life relatively challenging for Team Spirit. Again, has allowed all this space for the Satanic Naga Siren to just farm out of control. Can't wait to see how the Spotlight does do as well against these very images, because I've been kind of thinking about this a lot ever since Ringmaster came out. How does it actually do against the Naga with a harder Taras, with some really tanky illusions up?
I mean, it's percent-based damage, so it's
shouldn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Like, it's very, in fact, it makes it easier to tell which one the real Naga Siren is. So target prioritization should be straightforward here. Smoke from Team Spirit. They've got that Crystallis up on Yatoro with his full BKB, of course. Still at the 9-second charge. 9 class, not quite breaking that smoke either. So they've managed to sneak around a long way here on Team Spirit. This could be a really nice flank.
They could find themselves a very nice Darkseid kill. DM could not react quick enough. Easy kill. Lyle will take it. Roshan's available, and Spirit, they might give it a crack.
They've got the damage. Paravision does have the team fight into the area, and they've got the songs to try to interrupt. They're all scattered around the map so far. Not making their way in. Scan does reveal 9 class is TPing out. He tried to get the Simeon stride in. Maybe he could try to steal, but it's going fairly quickly here.
It is. I don't know if they're going to have time. They're moving in. Ice Blast is there. The Monkey King not caught yet, but Roshan, it's still alive. 9 class will keep up the information as no one looking to jump in. A 3-man balance, and now the song. They're going to try and steal it. And I think they have. They've got it. Where's the Aegis? He's got it. No one will pick it up. The jump in on 9 class, at least they'll find the monkey. The Stampede. They'll chase the thieves down. No one. Astral step in one, it's not quick enough.
Con voi
He'll
này
have to use it on his second life.
cái cắt
Collapse. Can he chain the stun? No, he cannot. No one's
cái
caught.
cắt của con voi này cần animation thế là chúng nó dễ setup.
So they get the
Nó
Aegis,
cần
but it
tham cắt
does
voi à.
cost them.
Cost them a lot. They had to
They had
expend
no-
Song, they dropped the
Yeah, they cheated.
Wukongs, they used all the jumps on no one. The only thing that was
Easy.
missing is
Nhưng mà
maybe
chỉ
a
ăn được hai
back
mạng
wall
thì
from
ok
DM
thôi.
if you could get in the
Lãi
area.
mà.
Big
Mất
win
dịp
for
mà
Team
phải ăn được
Spirit.
hai mạng đấy là lãi rồi.
It
Không lỗ.
kind of reminds me of a moment in Game 1 as well, where Yatora tried for the steal. They were very patient on the side of parry.
Thôi bờ ca vậy
It
đi lại.
looked on edge for them to find this Aegis as
Ấy nếu
well.
xử lý
As
được với cái thằng bờ
the
ca.
song was set to fade
Thằng
soon.
bờ
They
ca vẽ
got
vòng
the
muộn
stun
lắm.
at the end, but they snag it out.
Con mẹ
Still,
ulti con
Team Spirit
Ring
still feel
Master.
pretty good. They get the punishment they'd want. They're getting that scaling they'd want. You're not actually seeing Satanic willing to put his body forward either, right? The song's fading, he runs out. He's not there to stay around. He's not there to force a fight. He's tanky on the Naga. His damage
Led
isn't
cần
really
nhiều.
there. So you're putting
Led là
all
bản
your
chất
eggs
nó
in the
cao
Naga
hơn
basket.
Naga.
You're not seeing the output yet.
Nó
Catching
cần
one
đồ
right now.
Gonna find
khó quá.
Collapse. Collapse. He's a very tanky boy. His team is coming in from the north. Trying to get there in time. Collapse. Still surviving. They're still trying, but he just blinks out.
Trời mẹ mất rồi.
The Glimmer Cape will give him the time.
Thà đánh ở đây được nếu mà cái wood chưa mất
If
là vẫn
he
đánh được.
Taurus creep,
Cái này thờ wood
not going to
chưa
be
mất
given
vẫn đánh
away.
được bình thường.
But Nine Class
Đánh
eventually snipes it.
cái này thờ wood đéo mất là vào đấm thoải mái.
Meanwhile, Satanic looking at Lal. Lal, nice blink. Quick reactions from Lal.
Cậu. BKB.
Very quick. And this is Satanic trying to get some value out of
Collapse.
his Orchid.
He's back in.
Collapse.
No one. We'll dissimulate. He's fine.
You're seeing all of these skirmishes. It's a bit difficult now for Paravision to actually look for those cheap, easy targets. They've got a lot of just disengaged potential on the side of Team Spirit. The Stampede still on hand as well. On Collapse, holding down these heroes long enough to kill them. It's not there anymore. That quick burst from no one has faded down a bit as items started to pile on for Team Spirit. They still maintain that slight lead. The question I have in my hand right now, Mick, is when does Satanic become relevant outside of Song? Because it is a carry Naga. It is working
carry
the map,
Naga.
but you'd want to start to see a little bit more.
Naga thì đéo đánh được
Notor's been
Marcy,
super
đéo
active
đánh được cả
with
Lead
Team
Man
Spirit joining in for these
Nó
engagements.
khó ở
'Cause
cái
This
điểm
Marcy
đấy à.
is doing a lot of work.
Chất con Naga đéo đánh được hai con đấy.
Satanic is
Đánh trên
again
top
applying
kìa.
lane pressure, sure,
Ba
but
con.
the engagements
Đều đánh-
just
đéo đánh
it
được.
hasn't been there yet. Perhaps with his full blood torn up, maybe
Coi con đấy
into
kìa.
the Scotty
Con
as well,
Naga
you start
đi
to
sắp
feel
thì
more
ngon hơn.
confident. I worry that the damage issues
Đi
for
sắp để cai
Paravision
cai ulti
continue
của
on
Maxi
though.
ngon hơn.
Like if you don't land this Ice Blast and you don't land some big resonant pulses on no one, chances are you're not going to kill anyone at this point in the game any longer.
So Satanic, he's getting there. He hasn't done much hero damage this game. I'll tell you what, it's been quite low. But he's getting there. Bloodthorn almost up. Again, Paravision have been doing fantastic work, just creating so much space for
Fantastic.
Satanic to just farm freely. Team Spirit keeping this game very, very close. Just a 1k net worth advantage for Paravision. 16 to 14 scoreline. Rue being chased by 9 Class's Courier.
Couriers?
Excuse me, rather Creep.
I was like, wow, that's some new tech.
May as well have been a Courier, John, at how fast it died.
True. What if there was a courier level 2 that you could buy with our free couriers, but you could do more with them. Increased vision range?
Oh.
Would that be good?
See, now you're thinking,
Right?
Now you're
Be
thinking.
cool. And Morrissey gets it for free because she has special delivery.
No, we're not doing that.
Yeah,
we're
we'll
not
do that.
doing that. Not the Marcy. Speaking of Marcy, have you seen how many sets this damn character has? It's unbelievable.
Yeah, all of them are pretty good too. Big Marcy enjoyer.
Yeah.
Marcy's great.
Oh, I know you're a big Marcy.
Yeah, I'm wearing a Marcy shirt.
You really are. You really
I
are.
like that. It's like you just realized it after we've been in.
What's wrong with you? Have some shame, John. Just
like
try to hide it at least.
It's like we were walking here to the studio. It's been a good 6 hours now, and it's like, oh yeah, you are wearing a Marcy shirt. 6 hours in, it's like, thank you, Mike. As blind as a possum, I guess.
Well, you look fantastic,
Thank
John.
you. Thank you, Mikey. You look great too. You look stunning, Mikey.
I was lying, John.
I'm not taking it back. You do look amazing, Mike.
Oh, thank you, John.
There you go.
I was lying.
Bet you are blind. Possums in Australia?
Oh, let's not bring that up again. So Bloodthorn almost up for Satanic. He's going to go for a Scythe Device straight
Là
after.
lên đồ giống mình.
Definitely needs the control. Like, we've had no hero damage from Satanic.
No.
Mấy năm trước.
He needs a way to lock these heroes down. Like, there's no two ways about it. If you can't have like a little piggy in front of you just, you know, slapping away at, it's not really much damage to come out here from Satanic.
And I'm just concerned whether or not you get full value from this Bloodthorn at this point. BKBs are up. Again, there's a lot of bailout potential coming out here from Team Spirit. Stampede's always there. You have to get some really good control coming in. I think one more thing outside of Satanic not really having, you know, impact in the game in terms of hero damage, I don't think we've seen the biggest wall commitments out from DM. We've seen the wall a couple of times, but it hasn't really felt like the way that they've been winning out fights or even just setting up these engagements around this potential combination. The ideal world for Paravision is Vac Wall with AA Blast. You know, you get that control down as well with your Monkey King, perhaps getting a massive Boundless off the vacuum, and you win the team fight that way. It's just Team Spirit obviously are just not going to give you that clump up. You're going to have to work extra hard on Paravision to work these skirmishes into team fight wins somehow. Team Spirit on the hunt. They've got the smoke out. They've got Nullifier up on Yatoro now as well.
Immediate just rush in as well with the Stampede. The primary target is gone.
Just like that.
Just like that. Apparently he's not really that tanky, John. He's got heart, but he's not that tanky.
No. If you're isolated alone like that, and you just get chain stunned with Marcy with this much damage, no, you're certainly not tanky whatsoever. So now the question rises for Paravision. What's your win condition? You know, what does a winning game for Paravision look like at this point at 30 minutes in? And it's hard to say. I'd say maybe if no one switches to more physical output, you know, rely on Astral Step damage, amping up, get more right-click going off there, somehow, you know, have some of that burst on hand. This conversion for 9 class into carry as well could be nice. I mean, he's got the Nullifier. He's got some damage on this Monkey King.
Well, it still feels like to me Team Spirit are the ones that might need a win condition soon. Like, I do question the Marcy against Naga Void, you know, all these big kind of calls. I mean, yes, she melted, but that was against 5 heroes.
I think it's actually fine. I would say it's actually easier to play Team Spirit into a late game scenario. You've got this potential later on for Workhorse save. You've got the AoE clear with Laurel. He's got the safety net of BKB.
9 class. Wukong's out. Aether Remnant. At least they'll get Lal out of there. Quick snipe on Panto. Satanic gonna show up as well. So he's just here for the creep wave. I thought maybe they try for a tier 2 tower, but Satanic says, no. There's a creep wave there. I'll take that, thank you. Back to the farm game.
Keep that build up going. For Team Spirit's part, and they already have that Workhorse. And there's some really big bailout potential here for Collapse, and we saw what he could do with that Workhorse in the last game. Maybe with Yatoro, it's not as amazing. Melee hero doesn't feel great. They catch 9 class.
Oh, they do. 9 class will go down. Yatoro picks that one up, picks up his blink as well. So now has the gap close for himself. Is working into the Daedalus next as well for Yatoro, and that's when the Marcy really starts to hurt. With the blink in now, he can just find the primary targets he wants.
Yeah.
What are the primary targets, John?
I would say it probably still is Satanic, if not no one. I think these are the two heroes that can kind of throw you off, the Void Spirit and the Naga. The Naga Song Reset is still high potential to kind of turn things around. And the Void Spirit is the jumpiest target that can be a little bit annoying to deal with. Free shard up for Panto. With that take, the blast does count just a little bit too late. And now, you've got that Nether Ward with the mass life drain as well. More ways to connect. That's going to be fun to watch if there's a lot of Naga illusions, which really hasn't been the case, let's be honest. Satanic's not been able to play around with him. Trying to chase Collapse, maybe a bit optimistic as well.
Can't find him. Cannot reach with the ensnare. Paravision trying to take over the northern side of the map. Spirit, they are kind of grouped up around the mid lane. Looking at no one who's jumping Panto. Collapse is moving in slowly from the Dire Jungle. In fact, he is going to go for the initiation with a stun in. Yatoro's here as well. Wheel of Wonder out, trying to lock no one down, and they've got plenty of time to do it. There's your Workhorse as well. parading around Yatoro.
Yeah, a little bit of a triumph out for Team Spirit. And that is the key target, right? Like, take care of no one. The backline jump threat to open up these fights for Paravision is gone because most of that backline burst is literally just on no one. Maybe a little bit on 9 class as well. So now you don't have to worry too much on Pantu, you don't have to worry too much on Ru. You've got some breathing room to get yourself out in the map. 3K lead coming out for Team Spirit. Very even game still, 17-17. As top has been slowly shoved in by the his dominated creep. And of course by the illusions constantly clearing out here from Satanic. He is going into that full Eye of Scotty relatively soon. So the stat padding's definitely stacking up here for Satanic as well. Whether that makes the difference in terms of actual presence in team fights, I'm not convinced yet, but we shall see. He has had a very quiet game, Satanic. Still, I mean, you look at the net worth, Satanic's like 22k, Collapse is 1k off. That's not really where you want to be.
Oh, sir.
Right? You want a wider lead on this basket that is the Naga. You haven't really been able to find that. Look at that difference in hero damage. Yatoro doing 10k, only 4.5k on the Naga that's at least 4k above. I guess the map control factor is there. It's what you're trading off for that presence in team fights, but at this stage of the game, it doesn't really feel like you're choking them out anyhow when you're shoving these waves in. Like you're happy enough on Team Spirit to fix the lanes anyhow.
Oh, absolutely. Yatoro now with the overwhelming blink up. Paravision, they're going to go for a 4-man smoke. Satanic, he is making his way over to his side. No one will pick up a shield rune for himself. Team Spirit just in the triangle of the Dire at the moment. Roshan available in 3 seconds. And there you go, second Roshan now available. Surge around, Satanic. We'll send the 9 class dominated creep in, just push out the wave. Scans out. That scan did catch 9 class for a moment. Team Spirit, I don't believe will really want to budge until they see Roshan being started. The counter initiation is just the potential of counter initiation is just massive from Paravision, especially in the pit.
You know, as they saw last time. They've got even more damage coming out though. Yatoro with a full Daedalus. Like you said, Mikey, this is when the Marcy really gets insane. I do appreciate just how well Paravision is keeping that lane pressure. Again, it's easy enough to repair on Team Spirit, but it's holding them back from these bigger objectives. And now the nighttime switch for Roshan up top. Full Scotty now up for Satanic, going into the BKB on our Naga Siren just for a safety net, which I do appreciate. Maybe just staying alive long enough, you get some good Riptides off, you start to really stack up that damage. It could be the way to go. We shall see when that item is up and running, because it has been a little bit of a slow burn here for Satanic. Smoke out again, Team Spirit. It's so challenging to make smoke plays when you're up against the Monkey King, but 9 class is on a different part of the map, so they actually have a path to play with here for Team Spirit.
You've even got the Cypher Vice on DM as well. Very scary once the BKB wears off for Yatoro. Smoke in, no one gonna break the smoke, jump in immediately with the wards being placed, but no one is perfectly fine to retreat. Can you just force Roshan? Team Spirit, they're gonna give it a crack. And with the Daedalus, it won't take nearly as long as it once did. In fact, it's actually a relatively quick Roshan attempt.
Yeah, I'm surprised there's no contest from Parry at all, not even an Ice Blast thrown out. Surrender that Roshan. Now they do.
They do. Vacuum Ice Path is out. No one trying to get some burst damage with the pipe. It blocks all of it off. Now the workhorse dragging Lol right out of the fight. Where you going, Collapse? He'll take the Aether Remnant. But Team Spirit, they've seen enough. They'll have the Aegis on Lol. They got what they wanted. 9 class trying for the Wukongs will find nothing. The Boundless does catch Lol, so maybe they can deny away the Aegis. And they will the first time. Looking for the secondary life. Collapse, he's waiting to initiate. They'll hex up Lol. He'll jump in on DM, and looks like Lol, he'll look for a bit of revenge now. Back towards DM. An Aegis for your Darksea.
Look at Satanic, he's just pushing the bot tier 3 while all of that action happens.
Oh,
damage onto it.
Satanic. My. Did we leave some cheese in the dire base? Did we?
Nếu mà con Naga
We've
này
got
sang
we've
bị
got a
rác
rat
này,
problem here, Jonathan.
And
Nếu
that
tiếp
we
tục
do.
lãi hơn là lên
And
Spadi.
I'll be fair, with Satanic. We've talked about the challenges in this game for him to
Phải
carry.
rát với nhanh.
I mean, the split push
Sao
potential is
Scuddy
just
rát lại
phenomenal.
nhanh.
And he is winning objectives.
Tới
Tier
thằng
3
này
does
có
fall
vào
in the
đánh
end.
nhau đâu.
Rax exposed. They take care of the Aegis without him. And again, it's just awkward for Team Spirit to push out. It's like what Estina was saying. There's an issue with objectives here for the side of Team Spirit, right? Like they don't hit towers well. Your Leshrak's not melting buildings because you always go for misanthropy. So you're lacking that quick burst on towers. They've made no progress into tier 2s. They've got the travels up on Laurel at the least to try to respond around the map a little bit quicker to that split push coming in. But you have to stop the rat. And it's just so easy to rat for Paravision when you've got a Monkey King support with Dominator who's moving across the map. You've got all the illusions coming in from Satanic as well.
Stampede. Chase on for Ducalis. A hasted Ducalis. Well, that's not nice, is it?
No.
9 class will get in position in case they need to stop any kind of gank happening. The Spirit holding on to a 2k advantage. Nothing really to write home about. Where does the win probability stand now? Where are we in that?
I believe we're at around 57%. There you go. 57% for Parry and 43% for Team Spirit.
Nothing changed.
No. You have that slight edge on Paravision because they're taking objectives. Again, they are ratting although. Ducalis.
Gonna get caught. Lol. Nice easy time. Not gonna lead to anything though, just an AA.
Yep. Just a bit of a freebie. But again, just look at the map state. Every wave shoved out, only bot kind of shoving in for Team Spirit. You have done a great job of just keeping that pressure here on the side of Paravision. And this game has just set the scale. You're finally getting some more damage stats coming for Satanic into the Butterfly. Satanic has the Basher. He's going for BKB. And he's going Kadi. He's transitioning into that core monkey now. Of course, I think he pretty much has been since the Dominator, doing basically a secondary core, just scouting around a little bit more. Has a lot of time to farm.
Oh, 9 class. Oh, they got him. They got him.
Vãi luôn, vẫn trúng à?
Thank
Thế nhảy
you.
kế tiếp rồi vẫn địt mẹ mày toi ảo nhỉ.
Rue with the whip.
Yeah, all you need to do is whip a monkey, I suppose. Don't think I've ever seen that, but it does pan out.
Someone call Peter.
Definitely.
This caster right here.
Yeah, right here. Hey, look, I've never done it. It's Rue who did it.
How do I know that, John?
I've never seen it. That's what I said.
Yeah,
Rue does it. Rue knew. He knew how to tame a monkey. Tim, he's the ringmaster.
Bottom lane. Push out from Team Spirit.
You lose a lot, actually, by losing lane class, to be serious here, right? Like, he's giving so much vision, he's cutting these waves, and he's providing so much space. At the moment he faults, they get the space to actually take an objective on Team Spirit. They've got that safety net. They know that no one's scouting the back line, and they can actually commit for a tier 2. It's not the quickest, like as Stini said, like hitting towers, not Team Spirit's forte with this lineup. And that tier 2 is still surprising low. I'm surprised they don't commit more on Team Spirit. Paravision looking for a long smoke around now. Top still constantly shoving in with Nagasarian illusions. If they get a good angle here, it can really open up the next movement into say high ground.
Jump in. It's going to be no one. Causing all kinds of chaos. The Lal, he actually found the site device. No one. No one's down. The song is not there in time. 9 class, he'll jump in for a Wukongs, but it does nothing. Nothing, I say, John.
No, it's... I mean, they had to take that risk. I appreciate no one kind of coming in, but, 9 class just respawns. He's not in position to follow through from that control, and Laurel finding the angle to get that sight off really ruins that moment there for no one. High ground siege can commence. They've got the blast, and they've got the Roche banner still on hand. So this is not going to take all too long. Paravision, all they can do right now, Satanic, DM is just trying to push out top, looking for a spawns back, maybe looking for another tower trade. But you have all the room in the world for Team Spirit now to look for that advantage. Still tier 2s on mid and top, so not much progression into anything else at the least. But that is the first lane of Rax coming here in Team Spirit's advantage, and that will make it just a little bit slower to play this rat style coming out from Satanic.
Not as fun for
MK mà đánh
Satanic.
chuẩn đồ là địt mẹ mà ăn được con đấy đấy. Nếu mà
Luckily,
lên,
there's still tier 2
búa xét
towers
là
at
vừa
the
ăn
top
được
and,
con-
and mid
con-
lane, so you
maxi.
can't really go for anything else.
Búa xét
Satanic still
địt
trying to
mẹ
farm up
mày
that
đi
side
ra lớp,
device now for himself on the
được
Naga
Light
side.
Skadi. Ăn được đấy.
It's kind of the thing though, with this hero, it just feels like if you haven't got the perfect setup for a fight, there's just not enough control for him to actually
Trước
hit
mình thấy
anyone.
mấy thằng địt mẹ đánh MK
really
rồi
isn't.
ăn được cả Maxi
And
đùa đéo thôi.
I think one thing as well for
Maxi.
Paravision is that they have to be so careful when they're getting this aggressive jump into the side of Team Spirit with no one, because no one can follow no one, right? Like, you don't have, say, a Centaur on your side. You don't really have a lot of blink heroes in overall. Like DM has one, and he can try to keep up. It's just that no one instantly committed 2 astral steps to get into that area by himself, with 9 class just jumping in the trees later on.
Oh, plus 13 levels on the side of Spirit.
Yeah, I mean, that was a massive set of kills down bot. Like, that just instantly opened up this game to Team Spirit. It was a very even affair before.
I mean, they're massive.
There you are.
3 heroes, 25 and above.
It's just, again, off of those kills. And when you think about Paravision, they've not really found these big kills in a while. Like, not on course.
The highest level's 21 on Paravision, John.
Yeah, that comparison it's
kind of crazy.
It's really ugly for Paravision.
Uh-oh. Your favorite, John. They found the monkey again.
Whipped him.
Whipped him good. That's not nice, John. 9 class is going to go down.
Don't whip the monkey.
Don't do that.
Still, you know, he has been disruptive. I appreciate the strained efforts coming out here from Team Spirit to lock that Monkey King out of this game. And big props to Team Spirit. Again, you look at the graph, it was Paravision's game for a very long time. Off of that one fight, and maybe off of a little bit of a mistake out from Paravision, just getting a little bit over-eager.
Lal's having a think here. Satanic is not alone. His team is somewhat nearby. And of course, Lal not going to go for anything crazy. However, Collapse and Yatoro both saying, let's go. We want the fight. Why are you backing Lal? And eventually, Satanic, he will just TP out of there. Paravision, of course, looking to retreat, not looking for a big fight right now. Should have a pretty good understanding of how behind they really are. No one also looking to retreat. And Paravision, they've got all their eggs in the Satanic basket. It's a pretty flimsy basket right now, John. It's not a strong basket.
No, it really isn't. I mean, Satanic has been split pushing, but that really feels like the extent of what we've seen from this Nagas. They get a freebie on Ducalis.
Very nice.
Nice little pickup for themselves. Not the biggest, but hey, man, you'll take every single one to give yourself an edge. That's been the story of the series. Every small advantage you can find translate into bigger wins later on. And Satanic with a side of Vice, additional control is going to be nice. I just question where damage is coming in from, because it really doesn't feel like you have that much of it. Like, no one's kind of tapered off. Maybe with a Shivas, you start to feel a little bit better with that aura coming in. You know, the weakness coming in, it can be nice, but I don't know, it just doesn't feel like you're killing anyone fast enough anymore.
Yatoro gonna move in. No one! Immediate jump! Lol, he got low, but here comes the workhorse! Collapse, saving everyone! The Will of Wonder as well on the staircase! There is no escape! There is no running! No one! He's okay, he'll pop his BKB and continue the fight. Yatoro moving back into the Roshan pit. Anime find the Roshan pit, but Yatoro, he gets killed by Roshan! Yatoro's down by Roshan! Collapse, he'll be left behind. The song to lock him down. Yatoro's going to buy back the escape back. It is going to buy a bit more time for the Centaur. Yatoro, he's back into the fight now. Just running in from the mid lane is 9 class. 9 class is down. Collapse, looking for more. Where are you going, he says. Finds Ducalis. Meanwhile, no one. Trying to go into Lal. Lal's going to be okay to just walk out of there, though, but no one. Getting caught by the split earth of Lal.
He doesn't have buyback.
2 without buyback, Jonathan.
Dieback for 9 class.
2 of them.
For good old no one, and you're in trouble. There are a lot of buybacks committed overall, but with a Roshan to cover this from Yatoro, and with him dying to Roche as well, denying that gold off, Paravision gained nothing for all of their efforts. Like, yes, that kill on Lal is still big, but not finding that gold from this big Yatoro kill. I mean, it's just, It is just a rough ride for Paravision. Already forced to buy back on a lot of big heroes as well. And just this entrapment in a tight spot. You'd think Paravision would be strong in the area. You have a lot of AoE control as well from Team Spirit, and they staggered their spells out beautifully. And that last hit from Roche, denying that gold off. It's still a lot from Laurel, but it doesn't go to no one. If no one found that kill on Yator, he would have buyback just in case at this moment. He doesn't.
Absolutely. Tough times now. If you are Paravision, Nipsey through tower to drop. Team Spirit, I mean, this fight, it just went for an eternity, it feels like. Now the mid-tier 3 tower under siege by Team Spirit. Hard to expect a defense to come when you've got 2 without buyback, but they are respawning slowly as we are seeing the tail end of that fight. Tier 3's gone. Everyone is back up from Paravision, but you know they're lacking buybacks. They'll leave the melee barracks for now. Collapse, slowly moving in, just protecting the Roshan banner. There's your spotlight. Illusion's not enjoying that. That is very annoying.
So much damage.
That is very annoying for an Illusion hero.
Oh, it's not a fun time to blast, maybe.
They'll back Yatora. If they can find a tieback on the Mars, it'd be massive. They'll jump in the back instead with 9 class, but he's been caught. He's down again, no buyback available.
Yeah, still on cooldown. Already died back earlier at the least, so the respawn timer's not as bad. But how do you crack this nut? How do you deal with collapse? The overwhelming blink, 6k HP. At 5.6k HP, so much that you have to eat through. You just don't have that damage.
Well, they've still got 1 lane of barracks left, John. They've still got a T2 tower up top as well. It's not game over yet. But it really does feel like you're just lacking any sort of answer right now from Paravision. But just the pure aggression, the team fight, just everything Team Spirit is offering at the moment. There's still 2.5 minutes on the Aegis. They've got plenty of time to commit. Drew, Ags up as well. Why not? I love that. I mean, that's one of your favorites, John, the empowerment arts. Just with the escape acts.
Such a nuisance. You know, just even more slows, more counter control that can come in.
And he's got 2 of them.
Yeah, 2 charges as well, at least. I believe, how many nullifiers do you have? Only the 1? Yeah, only the 1 nullifier. So you can only take care of maybe 1 save on.
I'll buy Illusions. How great is it? Like, they don't even last like a second.
I mean, that percent-based damage is insane. Right? Like, Illusion heroes are already
no one. Gonna jump in. Ice Blast gonna fly out. Won't connect on Yatora with the vacuum. Is onto 3. There's no follow-up to it, though. No one is already down. DM trying to escape, but Lals look like he's caught him. He'll make it out just barely. In goes no one again. He's brought back into this fight, still trying to just pick anybody off. Collapse will drag Lol out of there. They'll try for ruin step, but Collapse won't allow it. Jumps back into the Naga Siren. Satanic, he's surrounded. Satanic is down. That must be it, Jonathan. Surely.
It's hard to see a way to hold that front line. No one has to do all of the work along with DM. You've got some output on 9th class, but not a massive amount. This last set of racks. This is do or die. The smoke has to pan out somehow with the angles here.
Well, how do they do it? I mean, they've got no vac, no nothing. They're going to try with the ice, but there is a little bit of a vac play. And
oh, the escape axe.
The escape axe making it very, very hard as they jump the Lesh now. Lal dropping low, but again, the workhorse.
Oh, man.
Just dragging him out of existence, bringing him back in even. Lal, he's still okay, but no one is not. No one is just no one. Just diving as they call the GG. Team Spirit, they will secure top 4 at Wallachia Season 6. And Paravision, they will get knocked down to the lower bracket.
I mean, look, appreciate the confidence coming in with, you know, what Astino was saying, Satanics, you know, they expect themselves to pick up this AA. I mean, the Naga Siren, they expected him to give it to Satanic and try it out. They were confident in it. Unfortunately, the pick just doesn't pan out, Mike.
It certainly doesn't, but what does pan out is our lovely pan.
Thank you very much, guys. A lot to break down with this game. It was back and forth, and we had some great team fights coming out. Of course, at the end of the day, it is P-Vision that drops to the lower bracket, and Team Spirit is guaranteed top 3 here for PGL Wallachia Season 6. So congratulations to them. But we're getting the pleasure to break this down, T, because this was a wild one.
Yeah.
And an emotional one as well. Yeah. Wow.
Sorry. Yes.
Yes.
It was. Because, of course, P-Vision, they went for a very map-playing style of lineup. They had the Naga Illusion pushing waves, Darkseid Void Spirit, also kind of connecting on the Ancient Apparition, finding kills, and it was a lot of good early game moves due to the Ancient Apparition. But when the game got even, Naga just kind of was like, hi, I don't really do any damage or anything, and they lost the game.
I like that Paravision was playing super aggressive onto Leshrac, understanding that he's going to be dealing most of the damage, so they try to shut him down multiple times. I think they killed him like 5 or 6 times. Every single ulti thrown on him. No one had his number throughout the whole game, pretty much. This was a good play, good song setup where they're able to take Roshan for themselves. Sure, no one's going to pick it up, but they're going to be losing the Aegis immediately afterwards. And also something that we talked about is this Naga Siren. She was picked relatively early into the draft. They talked about this being flex before, but they didn't get the chance to actually play. They did consider playing it in game number 2. It's just you're playing into Leshrac, you're playing into counters. This Ringmaster as well with the Spotlight dealing, this is like 30% max HP lost, so it's a lot of counters.
Yeah, and Spirit, they itemized to deal with it as well, right? You had Panto had a Lotus, he also had Aether Lens to ensure he could cast the Lotus. Centaur naturally buys Lotus very early on, so the big thing of Naga Siren carry, even though we don't see it often, is going Manta into Orchid. Utilize that Orchid with the Wave Shove to find pickoffs, and after the pickoffs, you then quickly get to Hex, Heart, and tanky items, and you can never die. In this game, there was no pickoffs. Satanic ended the game 0 kills, 5 deaths, 1 assist. So the whole reason for picking Naga carry is falling apart due to how prevalent Lotus Orb is in the meta right now. And you can see P-Vision, they did try their best to keep fighting, but it was always off the back of the Ice Blast. If you kill them in the Ice Blast, they feel good. If not, they're kind of just hoping for Spirit to maybe mis-execute or waste buybacks.
I also like that Centaur here, Collapse, he's just sitting there chilling. He's like, yeah, you can't really touch me. Has Lotus Orb, has 2 saving supports behind him, and they understand that even inside of Wukong, so man, they can't really touch him. Aghanim Scepter on the support, on Ringmaster. It's just going to be way too much damage coming out when he comes out of the box.
And you enter the mid to late game, right? You've already mentioned Centaur Aghanims. Having double escape pact is really, really important as well for the magic resistance on the Ringmaster. So it's like, not only does the Naga Siren have to deal with the Lotus Orbs, you also have to deal with the Centaur save that Lacoste is mentioning, the double escape pact, then the decrep. There's so many layers to it. And yeah, it's a clear reason why we don't see Naga Siren. Like, you need to break the early game and choke your opponent. Look, they didn't choke anything.
Look at Collapse.
He didn't die.
0 and 18. I mean, he was set up for the success from the early start. He's playing into Ancient Apparition, Naga Siren carry lane, which he doesn't care too much about, but this is pretty much the 3 heroes of Centaur winning, but we should focus on the main guy, the main character here, and that's Laurel on Leshrac, because he owned, like, he was so heavily focused, and I always love to see when someone gets so much hate in the game, and then he comes back even stronger. The highest damage coming out from him in the game by a huge margin, 45k damage in this one, and also the fact that he played very aggressive. He's like, I'm gonna skip BKB, I'm gonna get Kaya and Yasha, I pick up my Blink Dagger, and I'm ready to get the pick.
I hear what you're saying. I think the main reason why Laurel was able to do that much damage is because he was the one frequently put in the workhorse and allowing him to live and actually do the damage. So in my book, it is Collapse with the MVP, and Collapse is also the one that is there for the winner's interview with Slacks.
Absolutely. Dota 2's original workhorse here, Collapse. So used to carrying your team on your back, and now you're doing it every single game with this Centaur character. Feel pretty good?
Yeah. I played the Tide on the first game, and it was kind of sad for me. We learned our mistake that in the first game we picked 2 like super weak supports, Naga and Disruptor, and I couldn't even win.
Yeah.
Like my Naga is just like a cameraman. Yeah.
Kind of some pause 4 action. Just like, what's going on over there?
He's just watching. He's trying to pull, but he can't pull because Jakiro dragged my wave also with him, and it was kind of annoying. But to be honest, I want to go on the like 15 minutes maybe, just end.
But who kept you in the game then? Who was like, that Roshan steal was kind of cool though.
Yeah, but after my drag diet, I thought like, guys, can we just call it and go to the next game, because I don't want to play that anymore, because it's like you don't get nothing from this game. Just go next.
Yeah, and Silent was talking about that. We talked to him before game 2, and he's like, yeah, we went in and basically said, didn't happen, drafting.
Fuck this game, actually. Just go next. And in the second game, we picked two good supports. And we had also center because we we need the center because our first pick heroes kind of won't work without versus them, and we just need to steal the center, and I will play it. I can play it also because it's not too complicated hero.
Whoa, okay.
Stun, blink, stun, sorry. Not the stun blink, but blink stun.
See, it is complicated. You don't even remember, but it's an interesting hero, especially for a guy like you. Like, you're an offlaner that's known for, crazy Magnus plays, getting in there, high technical, and this is kind of like a Dumbo hero, but you're still really good at it. It's weird.
Also, for the past game, Thunder versus Bad Bomb, they could also pick Centaur.
Sure.
But Neta didn't play it. And it's kind of sad.
Kind of old school off lane for this TI. To me, this is TI for this Wallachia, to me, it feels like watching that one. That was a TI caliber game. But no, do you miss those kind of more technical, high skill offlaners? Or are you happy being just a nice workhorse?
In the third game, I realized that I'm playing the hero that don't even need to be with team first 15 minutes, and it was the same kind of vibe with Dawnbreaker. Yeah. And I don't know what the hell is this meta on the offlaners that you just FAK farming, and you don't need to do anything because earlier, at the beginning of my career, I used to play Mars, Axe, and I just non-stop running with Blink, but right now it's just boring, CSing, second carry, I don't know.
Yeah, you're getting closer to being a carry now, and it's very sad.
I told you at the start of the tournament, I'm gonna be the safe winner.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry to hear that. Cursed fate. 0 deaths, though. You truly are the best carry in the game. Well done. Watch out, Yatoro. You guys can switch anytime, but congratulations making it to top 4 yet again, baby. You told me at the beginning, Team Spirit sucks. Not so bad. Not so bad at all. Okay, great. Well, we'll take it back to the panel. This guy's great. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Collapse and Slacks. Top 3, by the way, very well deserved for Team Spirit. And I do think, I do think Centaur will get nerfed. The workhorse with such a short cooldown will get nerfed. I do think we should touch a little bit on the type of offlaner that he now has to be with farming for the first 15 minutes. What happens to running at enemies with Blink Daggers? Fun to watch too.
He gets it eventually. He lands a stun. We saw second game. He uses a workhorse. Then he blinks in, puts his carry in a position to annihilate enemy carry in 1 second. But yeah, I do agree with some of the statements that he did say, especially the ones that he does definitely feel like a second carry from the offlane. It is very farm-heavy oriented role, especially with some of those having global presence, like Centaur, Dawnbreaker that he mentioned. It does allow you to be on completely opposite side of the map and allow you to stay on top of the network, and suddenly you show up with one aura, one Lotus Orb, and if the enemies don't have that, they're like, okay, well, it's very difficult to take the fight into that.
Yeah, and P-Vision, not out, but down in the lower bracket. That will be still a scary team to go up against, especially the way they were playing in game number 1, T.
Yeah, game 1 draft was exceptional, right? It surprised me in how quick it could play, based on the caliber, of course, their players are insane. And then game 2, 3, it felt like they were just taking one step further away from being aggressive. And it was like, game 1 was fast and aggressive. Game 2, we'll meet in the middle. Game 3 was like, so I don't know. That adaptation throughout the series wasn't the strongest, but AA was cool though. I like the AA.
Very cool.
Yeah, that's about it though.
I thought you were gonna say pun intended. No.
Pun intended.
He did say it was cool.
It was icy cool. Back.
Yay! All right, great. We are moving on because we got our first in the top 3, and that's great. Team Spirit, they need an opponent, and that's gonna be one of our upcoming 2 teams. It's gonna be Team Liquid versus OG after the break.
The human body was built to move. desk in one singular posture for 12 hours a day. It's time your chair evolved. This is Secret Lab Titan Evo. Ergonomically engineered for you, gamers, hybrid workers, artists, backing your every move.
Yeah, welcome back. Final series of the night here for PGL Wallachia Season 6, and we have got ourselves a repeat. That's right, Team Liquid and OG, they did already play during the group stages, but now in the playoffs, OG, that dropped to them 0-2 earlier this week. They have said they will be ready this time around. They have learned this is the only team that they dropped a series to, and now they have the chance to make it right, Lacoste.
Who would have guessed, huh? Dropping only a series to Team Liquid and beating all the giants pretty much so far. And yeah, I'm pleasantly surprised. The way they play, it's been exceptional. But also the last series that they played against Liquid, it didn't look too competitive. Because if you look at the heroes that Team Liquid does have in this series, these are all heroes that can move around the map exceptionally well. You have Spirit Breaker, you have Puck, you have Marcy plus Chikiro. These are super strong lanes that Team Liquid did play. Heroes that can rotate through the twin gates. Then you have Lycan. Again, 2 supports. In this game, Boxy pretty much went godlike mode on a position for Windranger. You have Mickey playing this carry gyrocopter that tends to join some of these earlier fights as well. So I want to see them being able to punch back, because a lot of the times, especially in the Bedboom series, they lost a lot of lanes, but they still managed to win the series on OG.
Yeah, it's also for OG, they tried a bit experimental, I think, in those drafts. Like, they're not really a Timbersaw team too much, at least recently. They've lost multiple times of it, and then they forced it into Liquid and lost as well. Then, you know, they're overreacting, I think, to Liquid. So I think they got in their head in both draft and play. So losing to them, still performing really well, this has to be a much better series from them. Like, if they want to be, you know, a grand finals contender, this is like, I'm expecting at least a 2-1. Even if they lose it, I still think they have the growth and the potential to be in the grand finals. It's just a matter of they need to show what they've learned from that series.
Now, and there's one thing that everybody always says about Team Liquid, and that is how fast and strong they are, especially in the early stages of the game, Tigov, and you've got some data to back that up.
Yeah, and I think the concerning part, at least for OG, is the fact that how scary Liquid is with their kills, right? So I averaged all the games so far at Wallachia, and when you look at the players, right, all of Liquid, other than Ace, have over 2 kills at the 15 minutes, right? Sure, that might not sound a lot, but once you have that across all the team, it's a sizable amount. And then look at Force, Tims, and Scam at the 15-minute mark. They're on average, they're not even in a single kill, right? There's some games where they're potentially going to be completely shut out from the early rotations. So the fact is, Liquid, they clearly, statistically, are the more aggressive team, are the better team in early game, and there's a reason why Liquid 2-0'd them so cleanly. So OG, be ready for the early fights, be ready for that sweeping team aggression that stat showed, and then we have a series on our hand.
Yeah, we did hear Nisha after the series talk about, well, he talked about after the group stages, and they went through all the series, and then when he got to the OG series, he was being very, politically correct.
He was praising Yopaj, though.
He was, but he still said the games felt easy.
I mean, they kind of were.
Yeah.
It's not like he did lie about it, because that 20-minute game as well, they completely rolled over them. I want to see the adaptation from OG in this one, because they will definitely need it. I think maybe some other teams, like Bedboom team, that we've seen that dominate the lanes and then have a couple of mistakes in the mid game, Team Liquid hasn't really shown that, even though if we listen to some of the interviews from Team Liquid, they also weren't too happy about winning against Thundra as well, because they said that they played kind of carelessly as well. I believe Mika was the one who said it. So they can still play better than this, which is a bit scary to think about.
Yeah, speaking of Mika, I mean, he has had a great event so far. Obviously, the last samurai left, according to Lacoste.
Yeah, pretty much. The only guy who is winning with Kez and looks so comfortable on the hero, so definitely a hero that they need to look out for. And this is a type of a hero that you just mentioned, Kez, who allows him to get first in the kills, least deaths, highest KDA. He's very active on the map. He also plays a lot with the team. The team does play around him. But Mickey, pretty much throughout his whole career, has been, I would say, even like some sacrificial carry, but also delivering. Like, I would say him, Skeeter, and Doraccio back in the days are kind of the same caliber of the players who can do a lot with not enough. But if you put them in a situation where they're on the top of the net worth, then the games kind of look easy.
Yeah, and I think that's where you have to look towards Nico and Tims from OG to be able to identify how dominant Mika is being. In the graph that I showed, most kills of any player at the 15-minute mark in this series, the stats that Lacoste just mentioned being the top of least deaths, top kill, all this stuff, net worth as well. Like, it is so scary. So OG needs to make sure that Nico just isn't on a farming off lane. I'm expecting him to have a bit of fight and a little bit of presence in that lane.
Been very impressed by his Mars yesterday. 2 games that he did play, 10 out of 10. I don't think you can ask for anything better from your offlaner, like the itemization, realizing when you need to go for Yules, when you need to go for the Blink Dagger, and then utilizing those 2 items, finding the right pickoffs, blocking the area, healing them up with the Facet, and also going for the Bloodsport as well in one of them. So very, very good stuff coming out from Nico from the offlane, and I want to see him replicate that. I feel like they need to be able to punch back against Liquid, especially at these early stages of the game. So I want to be seeing these stronger lanes. We did see them against BetBoom team picking up Jakiro, Slaughter, Nature's Prophet, Enchantress, heroes that can actually try to mimic what the enemy team is doing.
And you keep talking about, the last Samurai Mickey being Kez, the one to win with it. We're still yet to see Natsumi play it competitively. True. So maybe that's available to them, that coming into the series, Liquid go, you know what, we don't have to rush to pick it because we don't respect OG, they don't play it, and now suddenly Natsumi gets to show it off. Like, that could be an option.
I would say that you can't, like, maybe the other heroes, sure, you're like, oh, you didn't play Centaur, you didn't play some easier heroes.
Let's assume he's played it in pubs and scrims. Like, maybe it's like the little hidden strategy.
I think you need like 30 games on this hero to be able to feel comfortable. Every other hero...
Every carry should have practiced Kez when he came into Captain's mode.
Yeah, maybe you played it.
Yeah, into Captain's mode.
Yeah, maybe you played it and then you lost like 5 games in a row and you feel like, okay, I'm going to save that for later. Right now, it's not working for us. We're going to be prepping for some other stuff.
True, yeah. When you think about it, if you weren't on a stable roster back then, MMR is really important. Do you want to learn Kez or you want to get on a better team?
That's true. All right, guys, we're in it. Let's see what we got. We got Liquid on the Radiant side, OG on the Dire side, and first pick going the way of OG that has not yet banned out Kez. We do know that Liquid does like to pick it up first once they have the chance, so we'll see if they leave that in. We got Primal removed. We talk about him a lot. Slaughter is already out. And let's see what's coming our way. What has OG liked for openings so far?
They've dabbled with supports. They've been second pick quite a lot in the tournament. Actually, the majority of the tournament they've been second pick. When they've been first pick, they've gone for Naga Siren, Shadow Demon, and Gyrocopter. They're the 3 that we've seen so far. But with Kez in mind, okay, they actually do go for the Timbersaw.
Not the greatest win rate on the hero. I think we keep going back to statistics back from previous TI, when the hero was like 0-9, didn't win a single game. Seems like in this one, he got figured out. He's been the most contested heroes in the last 3/4 tournaments, pretty much. So, for a good reason, the hero offers you a lot, but seems like it also gave enough time for teams to figure out what they're going to be doing against Timber. Yeah. And this is one of the good answers.
Yeah. I mean, Marcy Carry is going to be able to just take the fight to a Timbersaw.
Yeah.
In your support position, you can take Clockwork, Silencer, Jakiro, Tusk, like pretty much any aggressive 5. And you can kill him. Sure, you need to respect the burst potential of Timbersaw, but you don't really play on reactive armor. You're playing on big damage and burst, and yeah, Marcy can survive that.
And they play it on the offlane sometimes.
Sure.
These aces played it once, so it's somewhat of a flex.
This is true.
Time for some support bans. Usual suspect out in Jakiro.
Yeah, it's a super strong lane. If you give them Jakiro, Marcy, you need to drag the wave, especially if this is going to be off-lane Timber. Sure, they still have this potential of playing Timbersaw from the mid lane by Yopaj, but I don't think we've seen it yet. No, he's been playing different heroes, even though, because Timbersaw has been heavily contested. So they will remove Pugna, and let's see which most likely position 5 Team Liquid will choose to go with this Marcy. I did like Bane in general. as a position 5 against Timber, having a pure damage. I do like the silencer that you mentioned. Maybe it's a bit too early for him, but after seeing like 2 more picks, silencer could come in handy.
Has OG played Timbersaw in any other role? Okay, so in the tournament, it's only been offlane as of yet. Not expecting it to be mid. I'm just trying to think when OG has success, they either have really dominant lanes and Niku's on like a big tempo hero, or they have Niku on a big teamfight hero and they get to utilize him to set up a lot of fights.
There's also another hero that is good against Timbersaw throughout the whole game, Batrider. This is something that Team Liquid does play a lot.
True.
They'll go for the Bane, as mentioned first.
Yeah, I like that a lot. It's a setup. It's also stabilize a lot of the lanes. It's not like Marcy needs it, but they could also play this from both roles. Boxy, pretty much in this tournament, is the only one who played it. Sure, Tofu can play it. It's, you know, not Kez.
I think also Bane is, it plays the twin gates really, really well, where you just keep going through by yourself. You'll find a hero, you'll nightmare them. Once you buy enough time, you can then grip them. The team will then obviously teleport or run across the map. It really just sets up for quick play. It was like an old school way of playing Bane. It kind of faded in recent time where you're playing more on defending areas, but Bane with quick teams, the control can be so map breaking. OG need to respect that the entire time throughout their draft. It's good lanes and be ready to take the fight. I will keep saying it because with a Timbersaw first pick, if you don't respect that, you can accidentally lack the skirmish and just hope Timbersaw's going to do it all for you. At least kind of that's the Tundra mentality sometimes with the hero. Oh, Hoodwink. High range stun to try and stop the Fiend's Grip, and the Bushwhacks also can run around the map and just follow the Bane. So 1-for-1 pick in regards to pacing there.
Yeah, Tusk is still in the pool. I would not mind seeing Tusk, because this hero can be flexed to both roles. Sure, so can Hoodwink. It seems like they want to have a little bit more map pressure, at least for now, and then they can decide after seeing 2 more picks. So giving a little bit more priority to their position 5 most likely, to potentially see if it's going to be like you did praise Ancient Apparition. This is the hero that they also did run on Schem. It did look good when they were playing against Parivision.
Yep. And Natsumi so far has been the Beastmaster player for OG. Yeah, I kind of like the idea of keeping carry Beastmaster in meta. You play a good safe lane, you have constant pick-off potential, and you enable your team to kind of play other areas. Once you get Aghanims, everyone just goes to, it's like, all right, Beastmaster, what do you want to do? You want Roshan? You want Tormentor? You want to fight? It is quite a scary mid-game timing.
How's this hero so strong? It's like, it's been years. Like, if you remember the Bloodstone, the 0 cooldown on Wild Axes, there's always something wrong with the hero. Necro Book, then you have, like, now the Helm of the Dominator.
Is it wrong of me to say that I'd love if Aghs got deleted from Beastmaster? But I miss Beastmaster being the tower guy, the zoo guy, having these, like, options. It's like there's so many like little things to Beast and Liquid. Centaur in the second phase, a hero that was very important in the previous P-Vision vs Spirit. Now a second phase hero.
10 seconds remaining.
But kind of follows the same points as we had there. It's good in lane. The Aghs cart against Beastmaster late game is going to be good. You buy Pipe. Stampede is really useful against OG. Outside of Bushwhack and Raw, you can just run away from any aggression.
And this one, maybe I would prefer something that DM did with the atomization when he was playing against Timber, because it's one of the worst matchups that you can play into. So
Blade Mail or
BKB.
Oh,
so,
straight, okay.
Yeah, probably maybe like a Lotus. He's still gonna need to see like what he's gonna be playing against with 2 other picks, but I do like a BKB a lot.
Okay.
And the Troll.
Here we go.
Trying to go for the anti-Marcy hero, right? But it also means that Beastmaster is not going to be the carry, right? Because you have a troll. So Beast and Timber, you could debate both could be mid or off lane, but I would probably lean towards Beast being mid, Timber being off lane, Troll being your carry. And
How does this do in speed? Because can they play fast enough to deal with the aggression Liquid brings?
Yeah, I mean, depending where Timber's going to go, if he's going to go to mid lane, if Beast is going to the mid lane, I think they have pretty much 2 good options. Okay. Support looks good, and it's going to be position 5 that they're going to be last picking for them. These heroes come online super fast, but I also like Team Liquid's support duo. It's heroes that can always do stuff. I feel like this, again, Team Liquid's lineup comes online super quickly.
Like when you say a team plays fast and to deal with that, for OG, it's just, are their heroes ready to defend a tier 1 tower? Because you don't need to smoke across the map. You don't need to go and...
No, you need to just like go and make 15 kills happen.
It's just, can they TP and fight? And for OG, Troll with Battle Trance can delay. Sure, he might die to the burst magic damage that Liquid has in the early game, but Troll can buy time to bring in other heroes. Beastmaster, same thing. I think OG is playing more of a strong lane where they can farm nicely into defensively TP when needed type opening.
I'd like to see some Ember Spirit potentially for Nisha. Spirit Vessel Buyer against Troll, against Beast, against especially Timbersaw. A lot of HP on these 3 heroes and also reducing the healing as well. Could come in very handy.
So what's the schem hero here? Like, really big lane winner is kind of what I'm leaning towards.
Which is not Ancient Apparition.
I mean, the Tusk is still available. Tusk Troll is a pretty good lane. Just slow them up. Okay, Liquid ban it out.
Yeah, I wanted to
stop
see
listening, Liquid.
I wanted to see Troll on, Tusk on 18, because I'm not sure if Liquid would ban Troll, but there's some other good options left in the pool in terms of carries that they could pair up this Tusk with. It gives you save against Bane. It gives you pretty much the second life. Beep can be piercing tool. Shards are great against Centaur. So I kind of wanted to see this hero. That's why I mentioned it on 18, but we'll see if this Troll on 18 pays off for them. Usually, a lot of the times, this 18 pick, we do say it's the strongest pick in the game. I'm not sure if Troll fits this role, especially against what Team Liquid does have.
And depending on what support OG pick here, if they take a page out of P-Vision pick, go for the Ancient Apparition to try and threaten Marcy, it does open up Nisha to have Storm Spirits or Embers.
I like Ember a lot.
Pangolier, like any playmaker, they're pretty much not punished because of the lack of lockdown the 5 might bring. And you are laning into a Beast or a Timbersaw, so you need to be mindful of that. But yeah, the heroes I mentioned would be able to play into it quite nice.
My other option would be Queen of Pain. I think in terms of lockdown, they don't have much. This is a hero that does well in both of the matchups.
Mm-hmm. And they would love a little bit more damage to overwhelm the fights, right? Because Liquid, the way that we see them play, Ace has the lower amount of kills on the team, but you put Marcy, Bane, Snap, and any active mid laner, you are just going to be running around them. They do go for a silencer, and
I don't mind that.
That is the direct answer to Bane and Snapfire. Both lock into their spells, right? Ultimates, you have to channel. Silencer can break that. Lane could be a bit scary. I think Silencer into Centaur, you have like an early window to be annoying.
Mm-hmm.
Once Helm of Dawn comes out for the Centaur, you're not really doing much, but at least for the early fights, you can silence them. So it's gonna that's about it. Stop the supports having fun.
Okay. So is Ember still desired here, considering the silencers up against might be a little bit less good?
I mean, anything from the mid lane against Silencer is not going to feel as great. Having Arcane Curse on you and having Global Silence relatively early on, 10 minutes in. You have to pick your poison pretty much. I'm still down with both of these heroes that I did mention. Ember Quap, they look really good.
Well, they don't have any more time to think about it. It will just be a Storm Spirit.
Yep.
Same archetype of the hero. Gives them jump. Again, Storm Spirit doesn't like to play into Silencer by any means, but there's a way around it, of course.
Just go Witchblade into straight BKB.
Yeah, you need an earlier BKB.
Yep. You can also do Kai BKB, but I think most people tend to go for the Witchblade. Yeah, I think Liquid, they've got the exact recipe of heroes that has brought them to this position to being really dominant. I think OG have tried to answer what Liquid has with certain heroes, but I am a little worried that if the lanes go poorly, a lot of farmers required on Timber, Beast, and Troll to be happy, and Hoodwink Silencer are reactionary supports. And if your cores aren't ready to fight, reactionary support duos struggle. We saw that exactly happen in game 1 with Spirit, with the Disruptor Naga. Same kind of thing. So Liquid, if they have good lanes, they could just break into this game really strongly.
After seeing Centaur performances in the last couple of games and last couple of days, it's kind of hard to go against this hero in terms of him not having impact. Every single time, this hero just does so many things. And again, he's going to be laning with the Bane, I believe, in this one. It's a strong-looking lineup from Team Liquid.
As long as OG aren't down by like 10, 15k gold, I can see the magic, right? The Natsumi Troll, slapping Mickey to the lower bracket. I could see it. They've got to survive though first.
Okay, let's see if they can survive. And first, let's see Blitz talking to Slacks.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Really strong opening coming out with the Marcy Bane. A lot of control, especially a team like OG that likes to meet your tempo. How you feeling about that open into a Timbersaw first pick?
I mean, I like it. I think Mickey is probably like the best pace carry in the world. No offense to Skeeter. I think they're probably pretty even in that regard, but I'm going to back my guy. Gotcha. And so I think giving him Marcy or Kez or any of those types of heroes is always just pretty free.
Absolutely. Last pick, pretty surprising. Silencer coming out, and you guys were really out of time and had to go with the Storm. Was Storm the best that you could do in that situation, or you think it's okay?
It's okay. I think it pairs really nicely with our subs, which I think is really good. We needed another guy to jump in, and I think it's pretty nice. Obviously, it always looks a little bit weird against Silencer, but hopefully, like, the lanes go well enough that it doesn't matter too much. Because I think it's kind of a rough Silencer game. It's not the nicest to play into Marcy or Centaur. You just die. Yeah. It's obviously good into Snapfire and Storm, but I think the other heroes have a pretty okay matchup.
Really interesting on Spirit Breaker. Spirit Breaker is a hero that's not been picked too much, kind of a unique pick. What are your thoughts?
It's a really good hero for us because I think Boxy kind of gets through the lanes with it, and then he's just a menace on the map. I don't know why you're bringing it up because like it's not.
Liquid thì Lab vẫn thế chả đuổi vậy.
No, I didn't mean that it was. I was just saying like it was a good hero overall. Do you think you should have picked it? Why would you bring that up?
No, no, you brought it up, so then I figured that you wanted to talk about it. But there's usually like a purpose, you know. If you interview somebody,
you're one of the highest picking teams, Liquid Spirit Breaker guys.
Okay, but we didn't pick it this game.
I know. I don't have to ask only about this game. I mean, if you just want to keep it to the game, I can. I'm sorry about that. I didn't mean to offend. Thank you so much, Blitz. Hopefully we can get to the game.
Thank you so much, Slacks. A very offended Blitz as we do go into game number one.
My friend.
Nico's already started with my voice, Lunchon Expire. Of course, we are here for Team Liquid against the side of OG. The revenge match is here. I wonder, can OG do it or Team Liquid? Are they just too good?
Look, I think the last time these guys played up against each other, so you could attribute a little bit to draft, right? We had some interesting ideas from OG that didn't quite pan out. We saw some laughter. You know, John Anthony Vargas, aka Natsumi, had quite a good laugh. The whole team, look, they washed it off, they rinsed it off, they had a good start in their playoffs. Now, it's time to see if they've learned something, because that's what they've been saying, right? You check their vlogs. They've been like, it's either we win or we learn. And they definitely had a lot of learning last time. I will say, I think Blitz was less offended, more just absolutely bewildered. Baffled.
So are we.
Yeah.
That was before the interview, though.
Absolutely.
Nisha in the mid lane. We'll be up against Yopaj. We're going to have another quick pause.
We get Southeast Asians in the lobby, and then we get the Southeast Asian pauses.
Look at that. The lag comes with us, doesn't it, John?
Yeah.
Thank you, Nico. Thank you for that, Nico. You could have spanned it a bit more when it was on sale, Nico. You know? Yeah, we appreciate it, though.
Yeah. You know, check the market, maybe. Maybe someone's selling that old sticker.
I think I saw it up for like $1 or something.
There you go. Yeah. Bargain. Absolute bargain for such a good voice line.
That's how much I'm worth, John. It is what it is.
I can't do evaluations, Mike. I'm not a licensed trader. No. Not like you. I don't know if you're valued at 1 cent.
Don't bring up trading right now, John. Right? It's a rough market at the moment.
It's funny. Yeah, I get the laugh. It's fun at people's expense. But hey, everything's at some expense, Mike. I'm here at my own Santi's expense.
You are. You sure are. How's this mid matchup going to go? Yopaj and Nisha.
Well, you're getting excited. It's paused. I won't have anything to talk about when you're on pause. I'm going to be stuck staring at this, repeating my same points for another 5 minutes. You know? Let's relax a bit.
Okay.
The vibe. I can tell you about the vibe.
Okay.
All right. And OG, the vibe is apparently good. They've rinsed off that loss. They already won one good series. And they're not letting it get to them. They're like, all right, new series. Let's see what we can do. Let's see if we're going to learn some more. They're keeping it calm. Not like, you know, I mean, I love all of our old Southeast Asian teams, but sometimes they get ahead of themselves. They're like, we're on the top of the world. We stand up before the GG's call.
Oh, don't remind.
You know.
Shout out to 23 Savage.
Yeah, I love
Shout out to you.
Yeah, we love him. Good old New England.
Well, how's Liquid been then, John? If you can provide me so much info on OG, how's Liquid been feeling?
Outside of Blitz constantly getting harassed by Slash, they're pretty chill too. Like, out of all the teams in the world, Liquid is one of the chillest teams. They can just relax. If they have a rough group stage, it's fine. They bounce back. And now we can look at the game. Mid lane matchup. Here we go. Beastmaster up against Storm Spirit. A pretty stable matchup for Storm and Yopaj as well. As
No.
It doesn't end.
Don't get too excited, John. Oh, your pluck. Lag continues, Jonathan. Go on. How's Liquid feeling?
Out of all teams.
Because I know you've talked to him, John.
No. Well, yeah.
You haven't?
Obviously.
Oh.
I have.
Okay.
I have.
How are they?
They're chill.
Okay.
They're relaxed.
Excellent.
As we've seen before, we've had to do many a Liquid interview before in other group stages where their day one is just completely horrendous. We've had that.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, it's fine. We also learn. So everyone's learning here. Who will learn more? It's not a matter of winning. It's about learning more.
Right.
It's silent. It's not the ending. It's the journey.
That's what I
for
tell
both
myself.
of these teams.
Too. That's what I tell myself. We'll have this pause gone a little bit longer, I'm sure.
What have you learned, Michael Phoenix?
Nothing, Jonathan. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Not to come here with you.
Yeah.
That's what I've learned.
At least we're not taking the same flights. That was an adventure.
We did do that once. That was
nice.
Horrible. That was horrible.
I slept well. You had to deal with the snoring.
Yeah.
I took all your space.
You did?
You were very generous. I don't know if you wanted to give me the space.
I had no choice, John. You were asleep.
Thank you. And you're welcome.
I was hoping you would wake up after that.
I was hoping that too.
Oh, don't say that, John. That's not nice. All right, try restart Dodo's Tofu.
All right.
Tofu's giving the technical support.
And they are restarting Dota.
They are all restarting.
This is amazing.
This is amazing.
Oh.
Now you're all really stuck with us. Now we actually can't provide any analysis. We're here. This is perfect, Jonathan.
Oh yeah.
This is where we really shine.
Perfect. Really
Our perfect moment.
Perfect moment.
Tell me again the story about the possum and why you're blind.
No, we're not talking about the possum again, John. That was embarrassing.
How did the dinosaurs die, Mikey?
The raptor dance, John. It was a very clever joke yesterday. You didn't pick up on it.
I still can't
It was a
pick up
great
on it.
joke.
I still don't understand.
Because it was Dragon Knight dying to
A dragon isn't a dinosaur.
Okay, John, but the viewers found it funny.
Yeah.
I watched Twitch chat. They
found it funny because I know the train of thought.
There was like one guy.
Yeah.
He was like, haha, it was good.
You were acknowledged.
I mean, yeah. I'm
There you go.
acknowledged a lot, Jonathan, usually in a pretty bad light, but they do acknowledge me. In fact, I've been acknowledged a lot recently on a certain website. But,
You have been witnessed, yes?
Yes, been doing some light reading, been doing some changes, Jonathan, been fixing some stuff.
Changes.
Yes. To our casting, Jonathan.
Oh, yes,
we're
of course.
Fixing things up. Here we go. Let's try again. The best part is Nico's found how to use it properly.
Yeah.
He's actually using it properly. There is lag.
Goodness. All right. Welcome to Southeast Asia. I missed this.
This is why we're never getting another SEA tournament, I feel like, ever again.
There we go. I was going to say, we needed to bring it up. It's right there on bot.
Terrifying.
That's it. But you know what? Just make that the main screen and we can talk over it. Look at that.
I'm scared.
Wonderful. Beautiful shakes as well. Oh, yeah. That's how I feel right now. Oh.
We might have to remake, apparently. That's all right. That's all right, Ace.
Yeah.
We can remake.
Just Southeast Asian things, right?
All right. Remaking.
All right.
Well, that's excellent, John.
Excellent. We haven't had this in a while. Exciting times here.
This is literally the story of our careers. And this is what we do.
Exactly it. And you know what? This is, I will say this is prime for OG. This is exactly where they want to be. They're in a different country, a strange land, different weather, and now they get the proper gaming circumstance for themselves. A remake, right? So they're in a very good start to game one. A fantastic start to game one already.
This is home territory.
Home territory.
This is home territory.
Absolutely, and
amazing.
It's great times. This is exactly what you'd want. I'm sure good old Yopaj is like, yeah, good. Yeah, just like back home. There was one time I remember a qualifier where Yopaj actually had to run to an internet cafe. He doesn't have to do that now.
No.
but it's close to it, you know?
Right.
It's the vibe.
You know how many times my wife's gotten upset with me because the games went too long? How many times that woman's terrorized me over these? I don't have control over the games.
No.
I don't. She'll ask for the player names. She's like, "Who was it?" Like she's gonna do something.
Wait, I just realized is this Agent Lane at work?
Oh, it might be. We do have
had
Lane.
experience with certain things on certain orgs before.
We do have Lane on deck. How is Lane, by the way? Is he happy?
Yeah, he's chill, right? Like all of OG's chill. He's chilling. He's having to manage a squad of children, but he's fine.
Oh.
Being a child himself.
I know how that feels. It's not easy. I feel you, Lane.
I mean, you have 2 actual children, so... You know,
I sure do.
It's proper.
Don't, ladies and gentlemen, don't do it to yourself. Don't do it.
Don't have kids?
You won't sleep again. You know, it's miserable. Nobody's happy. The money goes. You go to work. They spend it. It's hard. The wife's never happy, John. She's never... I lost a bunch of weight. Guess what? Guess who was upset? She was.
You look wonderful, though, Mike.
Well, thank you. She didn't think so. She didn't think so.
I'm sure she does. I'm sure she does. You know, you look fantastic, Mikey.
Thank you, John.
Just as fantastic as Boxy is on her sticker. I'd want you on a sticker too, Mike. I don't know what I'd do with it. Nothing inappropriate.
Like,
no. Fine.
And you actually have got that Marcy shirt on, which makes me kind of sick, by the way.
It's a good shirt.
Yeah.
It's from the one time we got to go to TI. That was great.
That one time.
Yeah.
Never again.
Good shirt.
Never again.
Good shirt. Marcy.
Well done.
Yeah, Marcy's great. I have a Dawnbreaker shirt too.
You do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. You might see it sometime soon.
Hopefully not.
No, you actually will have to have no other shirts. That's it. That's the only thing we have.
Oh.
Everything we have.
And yeah, so with this remake, we are going back to the previous draft, of course. No changes there. And we will, you know, eventually get this game underway.
Get me in the lobby, John.
It's going to be interesting to see if anything. I don't think anything changes. Maybe you get some aggression, but I don't think we've ever seen a reconnect lead to some aggression here. And I think, again, it's going to be fascinating to see how this kind of pans out. When it does shape up, I'm going to have to reset the game. I can't.
Oh, of course.
I have issues as well. You look at the record up against each other in this tournament. It has been pretty interesting. A lot more learning for the side of OG, of course, in comparison to what we have been seeing here from Liquid. Less learning with only 1 loss, Mikey. More heroes being played by OG. And again, look at that average duration stat. It's gone down from 60 minutes. It's 41 now. Much better stat for OG in comparison to the last time we saw the stat, Mikey.
Absolutely.
60 to 40. That's a huge reduction.
It's certainly a fantastic reduction here from OG.
Unfortunately, coming from losses, but you know, it is what it is.
That's okay. A stat's a stat, Jonathan. A stat's a stat.
And it is a good stat. You can see that journey up here again with that high win rate for Liquid, 88.9 across all the series they've played. OG having to struggle a little bit more, but outside of Liquid, they have managed to fight against these stronger opponents really well, really well.
They sure have, Jonathan. They absolutely have. We should be getting back into the game rather soon. We're actually the ones holding it up for once, so excuse us. But we're coming. John, did you get me into the lobby? You didn't.
No, you're not in the party.
You didn't. Ah. Well, this is getting embarrassing, John.
Blame the casters launched the game.
This is literally cast to start the game. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the one time you can say cast to start the game.
I can't even invite you again. You know, you do something, you're so private. You just can't be invited to anything. This is why you get 9 reports when you play, when you forget to change your name.
I apologize. I
apologize.
I'm trying to get to the party.
You know, I can actually just... The beautiful thing about being together here is that I can actually walk to your desk. Hang on. We're so sorry. The casters just don't know how to do anything.
Thank you, Filipino tech support.
Sir, let me just type... sir, you cannot... Sir, you need to restart your Dota. Did you restart?
I did restart it, John.
This is a very strange issue, sir. We'll try again. Okay?
Please
try again?
It's really actually...
Let's try it.
Listen. Start the game. It's start the game. I'm good. I'll do the PGM. It's fine. Start the game.
It's all good. All good. And again, eventually we'll get things away. I can't believe there's been like 0 minutes of game time and we're already set for a banger, Mike LaPhoenix.
Yeah.
I mean, we just what have we talked about so far? We talked about you being blind. Absolutely nothing, of course. We talked about mid for like 5 seconds. So hopefully we'll get back to that mid conversation soon. But man, this is truly the C team. OG have really gathered that C success.
They have.
Yeah,
they have, Jonathan.
We have been good for the past few days.
We have. we were so close. OG.
Agent Lane.
We were so.
Agent Lane's a little bit too busy back there. Manager Lane, watch yourself. I know you're hearing this. Watch yourself.
He did this too during the Boom Esports era.
Yes, exactly.
A few wire cuts really helped out.
Why would he do it? Wait, he did it to his own team though. He's doing it again. Why?
I don't know. No confidence, I guess.
It's the L in his name.
That's
Agent
true.
L.
That's true.
He's
a big L. Poor old Alphon. It is what it is. I am too, Alphon. Don't worry. We're both losers. It's all right. You're a loser.
No, learners. Learners.
Right, we're learners.
Learners.
That's right.
Learners.
That's right.
Lots of learning.
No, there's a lot of learning, Jonathan. Not a lot of games starting at the moment. Oh, there it is. Here it comes, Jonathan. I predict no lag. There is no lag coming. I promise you, this is going to be the smoothest transition back into game one.
If we do have lag left, it's been a while since we had our podcast, and we're all set up here. Welcome to Into the Sea. It's been a while.
Welcome back.
Into the sea. Into the
What do you want to talk about? You want to talk about the stock market, John? It's been pretty rough recently. We give PTSD.
The memes have been good.
The memes have been good.
The meme market is up. And if you check the meme economy, I think the meme economy is doing great, Mike.
Yeah.
That's the only economy that matters to me.
Nothing else is doing good, Jonathan.
I don't even know what anything else is.
No.
Just numbers and figures.
I literally started opening these PCs trying to find the NVIDIA graphics cards. I really did. I really did. My portfolio is not going to recover otherwise. I'm sorry, PGO. I'm just taking all the graphics cards. I really am. I really am.
Well, at least now they know. Thank you for openly admitting to committing a crime in the future, Michael Phoenix. Good job.
Oh, I know they're not even listening to what we say, John. We're muted. Speaking of mute, there's silencer coming up.
Oh, beautiful hero. I will say, I think it's very Southeast Asian to close with silencer in a draft. Just the absolute most... Is toxic the right word? Yeah, I'd say toxic. Toxic way to close the draft because no one likes playing against this. No one enjoys playing against the silencer. And, you know, that's probably one of the worst, not the worst hero to play against, but certainly does make you think twice about your life choices when you queue into a game and you get silencer up. We don't see it too much in Pro. It has a lot of glaring laning weaknesses, of course, but it's still going to be annoying here for Team Liquid.
Sometimes I wish I could be silencer at home, John. Just, you know, silence everyone. Bit of global silence, no more crying.
Well, based on your...
Please, no more crying, kids. Enough. Enough. You know what hurts me, John, as a parent? I got this 2.5-year-old.
Yeah.
If I cried as a 2.5, God knows I copped the belting of a lifetime. This girl, she has the easiest.
Yeah.
I buy her toys. You want a lollipop, darling? Oh.
She looks for Uncle John.
I got a knuckle sandwich, John. That's what I got every single day. No, not her, me, John. You think I'm going to admit to abusing my children on stream?
She was beating you up.
Oh, but she does.
She is a strong
She
girl.
follows my wife.
I thought she was like, oh, I don't like you, Dad.
She might say that, John. She can't talk properly yet.
Oh, she likes you. She's a sweetheart.
Does she?
Yeah.
I don't know. She doesn't.
She's calling every day.
We're in the game.
She call me every day.
Are we in the game?
Not yet. Soon enough.
Okay.
Soon enough we will be.
Thank God.
And we can stop hearing about your kids.
Thank God.
Sweethearts they are.
All right, here we go.
We can't see them, and here we go. Something we can see. It looks like our lag issue is fixed, which is excellent. And what are we talking about?
We're talking about game one between Team Liquid and OG. We're not talking about my family issues, John.
Family issues? It just sounded like your childhood issues, Mikey. There's a lot.
There's a lot of trauma.
Therapy's not free, Mikey.
There's a lot of
in stream.
There's a lot of trauma.
Oh, you know, you've got to pay someone. You know, chat can't be your therapist. I don't know if that advice is also good. Chat therapy sounds very interesting, though.
Oh, God. Speaking of therapy.
That's everyone's face watching the stream right now.
My goodness.
That's beautiful.
Almost look like it could be the vice president.
Oh, let's see here. Smoke out. Is there anything that's going to actually happen? Probably not. Maybe. No.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Smoke on smoke scenario, though. Boxy. We'll move up. Already the cam's being blocked. We've seen this quite a lot from Team Liquid. Nico. Wanted a nice nightmare as well. Nico got the bounty rune though, so it is going to be a 3-for-1 trade in favor of OG.
It starts the same way as it did before the reset, so a 3-for-1 start once more for OG. And we can take a gander at the mid lane once more. Yopaj up against Mike. In this lane, it should be manageable for both sides. You've got the static slide to hang a little bit further back. Of course, Yopaj has the boars that can add some extra spice in the lane. The axe spam later on as well is of concern. And Yopaj can just easily look to control the lane as best as he can. Of course, Nisha can have some threat later on once the Vortex is up, but you can see just how tanky these boars are. Nisha's just right-clicking at least 3 times. It only gets the boar down to half HP. Yopaj is just getting max value so far. A little bit more aggression coming out from the other side lanes, of course. Poking and prodding up top, and that's where maybe some of the interest really lies, as mid should hold static, is in what Scam can achieve on Silencer. When you're laning up against a Centaur, really tanky hero, not something that necessarily cares for your Arcane Curse. There's a very short window where Scam can actually provide some decent lane spacing here for Natsumi, as once you start to get more levels up in Ace, you're not really going to be able to zone him out. And again, that's the concern here for OG. When you pick up the Silencer, laning, it's not an amazing laner. There's a lot of ways to play here on Liquid. A Nightmare setup into a Hoof Stomp can be threatening. You're going to get really tanky on Ace. It's going to be the Dominator build-up once more that we've seen on the Centaur. So Skem has to find a way to actually get more damage out. They are getting a decent chunk out.
Yeah, Ace is being real slowed up here though. Nice nightmare, but it's not going to matter. Scam able to secure first blood. At least you don't give it over to Natsumi. But you do get the first blood here for OG.
1 int already up for good old Scam. And they've done a great job to utilize this early spike for Silencer in the lane. Right? Like, Ace can't really do too much. He can't threaten with a Hoof Stomp. He can't use it to try to secure creeps because of that constant presence out from Scam. And they have provided a good window here for Natsumi to just get us that slight edge. Having that Fervor already up with Whirling Axes, just a little bit more poke and reach whenever that Arcane Curse comes in. And Natsumi is having himself a pretty free lane compared to what we're seeing here from Mike on bot. It's been a little bit more of a struggle. Melee matchup for Marcy into the Timbersaw. There's a lot of output that can come in here from Nico. Already level 2 as well. Just about to hit 3. And when you're up against like Timbersaw plus Hoodwink, the tree line's actually really important to cut. Like left side, top of the bot tier 1 is already cut down a fair bit. Just to prevent that, you even have the Quelling Blade up on Tofu, which I love to see up against this duo, as there's just a lot of ways to pin down Mike. So you just want to cut this damage down from Nico, you want to cut down the Bushwhack threat as well, and that will make it a little bit tougher into the level 3 to look for kills later on.
Boxy chased down once again. Nice body blocks though coming in from Ace. Not going to allow them to quite finish the kill, though he is still ticking out, but it's not going to be enough damage. Boxy will survive. At this top lane though, quite devastating to have to play against. Like Troll Silencer, never going to be easy. At the very least, Ace is still farming very effectively. Boxy the one having to cop the brunt of all the damage, and he's going to have to cop it again, because Scam, he's back to it. Can Natsumi reach in time for the axe slow? It won't matter. Boxy, stick charges, is alive, but needs to continue to run. Meanwhile, Tims will go down to Mike, and Boxy. Nice deny away. Scam will get nothing for all that trouble.
So a lot of resources Scam pumped out, a blood grenade out, Yopaj getting pressured out on mid, or at least pressuring out Mike on mid, diving pretty deep now on that Beastmaster. He has taken control of this mid lane really nicely, even securing both water runes, it looks like, cutting off the supply for Nisha on his bottle. No relief for a Storm. And that's what you'd want to see for OG. That tempo has to come in from mid. More aggression onto Nico.
They'll try to jump in. Nico falling low. Trying to get his way out the old-fashioned way, just walking. Mike will continue the punches, but ultimately they can't get through all the armor. Nico's going to be alright, and now Tims is connecting back towards Tofu and Mike. They are going to be perfectly fine, though. Looks like Tims going to miss the Bushwhack anyway onto Tofu, so nothing to come from this.
Yeah, so much aggression coming out from the side lanes. Both sides just looking for these opportunities. Trying again on Liquid.
Yeah, they are. Mike going in onto Nico, and they've got him this time. A little shred of minus armor certainly helps quite a lot against the Timber this early on, and we'll be very happy to secure the life of Nico and stop the voice line spam.
Yeah, it's some nice kills to find. A slower Timbersaw game, we've seen this before, where it starts to feel less impactful. Yopaj copying quite a few hits here.
Yeah, Nisha's getting pretty low though. The ball's just chasing him down. Axes are going to connect, but he'll take care of the ball. So Nisha just barely surviving the onslaught of Yopaj.
Yeah, again, he doesn't have a source of refill right now. At least the bounty rune's there, but Tims with a deny?
Very nice deny here from Tims. We'll pick it up. Gets the bushwhack, even the bounce back. Oh, a little bit lucky there from Tims. Getting the lucky bounce in the acorn shot. But he'll be very happy with that kill.
They've really shut down this mid-storm so far. Level 6 isn't too far off, Yopaj. He is in a good position to secure these power runes again. Like, the supports are just camping mid. So much more emphasis on Yopaj in this game. And with a Beastmaster, you want that early tempo to kick in. He is set for that. He is looking for that build-up into the Ags. Power rune coming up in the second. Roar is ready as well.
Nisha gonna be able to zip away this time. OG, though, with this siege creep, would love to apply pressure onto that mid T1. They won't see it, though. They'll look to back off. Instead, secure power runes, a regen rune for Yopaj. But more importantly, just so much being denied away from poor old Nisha on this mid-storm so far.
Yeah, they've really done a fantastic job of keeping him down. A little bit of an opening with Natsumi left alone, though.
Absolutely. Natsumi, he's got the raindrop, so the double-edged damage just does nothing. And ultimately, even with the Nightmare Hoof Stomp combination, it doesn't really mean much of a threat for Natsumi. Nisha, mid lane, in trouble again. OG, just continuing to group up here in the mid. And poor old Nisha again, just not catching a break.
This stems down to the fact that you have such free side lanes to leave solo, right? Like you mentioned, Troll solo, probably not going to die to the center unless you extremely overstep, which Natsumi wouldn't do. You've got a Timbersaw, which can be left alone when you go for this 302 build as well. A lot of armor to play with. You trade even on the Shrines of Wisdom, and you get all of this action on mid. Like Yopaj is set for a very quick timing on the Ags. Unfortunately, the Timbersaw has not been the most winning hero.
Ace, the chase down. He's a tanky boy. Boxy's going to be around anyway. So Natsumi is going to cop the Nightmare and have to retreat anyway. I wonder how they make this Troll work as well. I mean, you know me, I hate Troll Warlord as a carry right now.
Yeah.
But Natsumi seems to really like it. Do you think it's a good game for it, John? It's had 1 win so far out of 7 games.
It's a decent game. I think silencer coverage is really important here because otherwise you're a sitting duck to all of this control. They tried to take care of mid again.
They are trying. Nisha, for now, will be okay. Raw not up on Yopaj at the moment. Meanwhile, Skim finding a very nice last word. But there'll be no follow-up as they do end up nightmaring away Natsumi. It's a 2-3 now. Very slight net worth lead the way of OG. Team Liquid. They've had a very good safe lane at least. And Mike on this Marcy, really no pressure being applied. Yeah, he is the one guy having a good lane, but he's probably the most important guy to have a good lane.
And he is. He's got the Dominator timing lined up. He's able to just sustain that lane. No kill threat coming out from Nico without the Timber Chain, of course. Just a little bit harder to set up. They're looking up top here onto Ace again.
They certainly are. Ace, again, is a very, very tanky target. Nightmare is going to make it incredibly hard to get anything off. And Ace, once again, just casually walking out.
Yeah, it's a bit interesting that they're still playing as a unit of 2 here on the supports of OG, constantly moving together across the lanes, trying to find these openings. Trying to catch out Ace is not just challenging because of his HP, but he does have Stampede up. You don't really have enough control follow-through once you expend at least a bushwhack here to get that kill. Maybe a swing around with a smoke into the gate. Looks like that is the idea. Natsumi can get some pressure down bot as well. And they can put a little bit of a stop to Mike farming if this gate movement is successful.
Oh, Mike, does he read this movement? Seems like he is going to back off at the right time.
Good scan.
Very nice scan indeed from Team Liquid. Pretty challenging kill attempt as well, because you can't rely on your offlane to get the initiation off. Yeah, Nico's got no points in chains. Doesn't have any kind of stun to throw out. So instead, he'll focus on the bottom tier 1 tower, but the rest of Liquid now slowly moving their way down towards the bottom lane. You do have Ace still hanging around top, though. But Ace, we've seen this multiple times. I actually don't believe they can kill Ace that easily anyway, especially considering he has Stampede up.
No. Just not the target you can go for at this moment. There's a little bit of an opening. They're clumping around Yopaj here.
They'd love the Beastmaster. Blood Grenade will land Nisha with the Vortex. The Roar is out there onto the Bane, not allowing the Fiend Whip to fly up, but Yopaj is still gonna fall. They'll try to at least get Boxy for their trouble, and they will. But certainly a great pickoff now for Team Liquid.
The one they were hunting for a long time, Yopaj getting a little bit of a stop in his momentum. Really important kill for Nisha to be around for as well. Finally gets a Galvanized stack back after dying as he turned 6 a while ago. So it's providing a lot of openings out. Their triangle as well for Liquid, I will say. Their triangle stacks have been very on point. You haven't seen the same stacking potential coming out here from the side of OG. And it's just allowing this really quick way of equalizing on the side of Liquid. Eventually, you're still lagging a bit behind on Nisha, but you are winning elsewhere. Ace is having a fantastic time with his Dominator. Mika is just uncontested throughout this entire game down bot. And for the side of OG, the challenge really rises into what do you do when Stampede is up? You know, if they just decide to run into you, you don't catch that with Global Silence. Can you still manage to fight in? Will you have enough damage on Natsumi? Will Nico be tanky enough up against this Marcy that's just free farming into BKB? And at this moment, probably not. If they do decide to force the issue on Liquid relatively soon, the cores of OG just need more time to farm. Even Yopaj going for the axe rush, right? Like it's just a matter of...
Nisha! Oh, he ran right into them. Very unlucky for Nisha. OG didn't even know he was coming. They couldn't believe it. Oh, another great pickoff now into the Storm. No fault of Nisha. Very unfortunate. Is OG. Can they capitalize on anything else? Not really. But they'll be happy with the Nisha kill.
Damn, they drag him back down to 0 galvanized, keeping him at a really rough deficit for Storm to play into. That is Global Silence expended. It is a fairly long cooldown, so you might feel like you have an opening. It's just you don't really have the tools up yet on Nisha, although you don't really need much. Just a zip forward and kisses out from Tofu, perhaps you can consider some offense here. OG, though, again, they've got their own tools. Yeah, you've always got the threat of the Roar that can come in if Yopaj manages to work out an angle. They will try with a smoke on the 2 supports, maybe just looking to drop some wards, but even just the Nightmare setup into kisses could be nice. You're not quite at 6 for Boxy. It's a harder sell without that grip for this kind of rotation, but eventually Nisha joins in. Just need to find a target.
Go for the smoke. Connecting into the mid lane. Yopaj. It's around the area. Meanwhile, Tim's getting some stacks off in the triangle. It's like they don't end up finding anything quite yet with this smoke, but they are still waiting for this Beastmaster to show up. Yopaj seems to have a pretty good read that the smoke is coming. And so he will avoid the mid lane altogether. They will indeed get out of there just fine. So the smoke amounts to nada.
Just get back to farm for the side of OG. You've stalled out enough to have this full Battle Fury on Natsumi. Free farming now at an extended pace. With that, of course, coming out #1 in net worth. Again, for Mika, he's looking for fights later on. Like, going for this BKB rush, you want to start those engagements once it's up, and it's not going to be too long. And the question then for the side of Liquid is, will you have enough damage? Right? And can you keep that scaling? Can you keep that momentum once this BKB's up? Can you constantly force the issue? There are some long cooldowns on OG that they have to be very careful about committal, because you lose that Global Silence, it's a 2-minute window for the side of Liquid to do what they want. Already that steady shove onto mid. And for the side of OG, and they've gotten the value out at this point, I suppose. They've already taken the stacks in triangle. It's not the most imminent issue to address. So they'll just hand that over to the side of Liquid. Liquid has set themselves some nice offensive wards up top. They can look for the swing around here.
They've got the axe up on Yopaj, though, on the Beastmaster, so he might want to go for a fight. Skem's going to get caught, though. There's no TP rotation to be made, so Skem, nice, easy kill for Nisha. Like, there was a killing spree as well, so a pretty valuable kill for Nisha to pick up. Help him get closer towards that Kaya. Meanwhile, we do see a smoke rotation now from Yopaj and Tims. They'll head directly south, hoping they can run into Mickey. Vision will see him. They just need to land the raw. Yopaj waiting patiently. Mickey will get roared up eventually. Tims, of course, there to back him up. Mickey actually tankier than you'd anticipate, but they do find themselves a very valuable pickoff. It's even Tofu going to get spotted now by Nico. And Nico not intending on letting him go. They'll land the bushwhack, and it'll be a secondary pickup now for OG.
Even up top, a little bit of a forward movement from Ace here.
Ace also caught Natsumi with the ulti straight away. And snares are not going to last long enough. Even the nightmare out from Boxy, putting an end to the chase of OG. And Ace will be just happy to get out of there.
I mean, maybe a bit optimistic to again make this move on to Centaur, but you buy a lot of space out. Stampede now down. You still have Global Silence up on the side of OG. You still have those tools available to maybe look to force a fight out if you'd want. You know, Paj is slowly approaching his blink timing now as well. And the side of Liquid are still holding this position up top, this forward movement for them. If a pickup on Skem would still be good, because again, Global Silence being taken out is a little bit of an opportunity, but you're not looking to push too hard. Nisha is around the area. He does have his full Kaya up on the Storm, has a little bit more to play with. But again, a lot more conservative in terms of what they're willing to commit so far. Just taking over some camps, forcing that movement across the map, buying Mika's space down bot. BKB now just one part away, just lacking the recipe. And for OG, and again, you're getting to scale up Yopaj into the blink. You've got the aura play for Nico, having that full fight, mitigating a ton of the damage that you're relying on the side of Liquid at this point in the game. And you've got, again, Natsumi just going into the Sanjiasha. Very straightforward troll game so far. Stat res is going to feel really important up against the Bane. And you're not really being contested. I think my major issue with Liquid right now, and you know, just from the state of game, it's been tough for Nisha. Right? Like, the Storm hasn't really recovered. He needs to find some of those kills later on. He's still stuck at one galvanized bottom network core by a huge margin as well. So it's been a slower game for Storm, but it's not true Nisha's fault. There's no connections to make so far. Even with this threat of the supports just combining their spells, the Global Silence just makes that really awkward to think about that full commitment. So in a conservative game like this, it will feel better for OG. I mean, you've got the troll, he can scale, Marcy can as well, but because you went for this BKB rush on mid-game, Natsumi will be able to escalate a lot faster.
Here we go. Into the mid lane they'll go. They'll see Ace on the Centaur. Jump in immediately from Yopaj, just wanting the nice quick kill. Ace isn't really that fast to take down, but they've got enough burst damage. Nico will claim the kill for himself in the Timber. And immediately, OG makes the call. They want Roshan.
Boxy, it's in a very sneaky spot, just watching up north.
Wrap around a little bit. Gets a ward down as well. I believe he's getting away with all this. OG, Kisses are going to fly in. Nico, he'll just bounce right towards the Snapfire, trying to take him out. Fiend's Grip is going to be there onto Skem. Skem's caught without popping the Global Silence yet. He might need to use it soon. He's holding out those. Mickey's rushing towards the Silencer. Skem's still trying to walk away. Does not get the Silence off in time. Meanwhile, Tim's also down. Nico, he's been caught to boot of the Nightmare. And OG, they're going to lose a lot. Chain up to the high ground, but Team Liquid not going to allow Nico out of there. And suddenly, Roshan is just sitting there on like 1/5 HP.
Yeah, really rough for OG, that decision from Skem to not pop Global Silence. Maybe he felt like, all right, you know, they popped their 2 channeling spells. We don't need it. Maybe not expecting Nisha to swing around. Now a secondary life for Nisha. 7 galvanized stacks on top. All off the back of Boxy actually just being able to sneak at the top of Roshan. Gets the ward down, knows there's something up when the board's just hanging around the area. And they get the vision in and they get the time stalled out. OG, that hesitation to try to take control in this team fight, try to hold on to one resource, and Global Silence does cost them massively. Very even game in terms of net worth. They still have a lot of play. mind you. You've got the troll ult ready. War is back up. BKB for Yopaj still a ways off. But 2 lives on Nisha it's a lot to work for. Your control is so tied into long cooldowns outside of Bushwhack that it's tough to see them stall that out enough to actually catch the storm. They'll try with a smoke though.
Wrap around. The Liquid holding their position around the Tormentor high ground. Seems like they've read the smoke is coming in the scan. Gonna give all the info away. They know OG's on the way here with this smoke. Nico does get spotted. Ace, he's looking for the back. There goes Nisha jumping in right onto Skem once again, but this time the Global Silence does come out in time. Mickey still willing to find. In fact, he'll just rebound out of there with his BKB. Nisha creating all sorts of havoc. They will take down Skem. Tofu does drop to boot. Meanwhile, Ace, he gets a double, and now the Fiend's Grip. Gonna channel up Natsumi. Natsumi's still perfectly fine, though still alive a little bit longer as Nisha and Mickey, both of them go down. Nico's cleaning up.
But they missed the Bushwhack.
They do miss the Bushwhack. Tims, can Nico fix the mistake? It won't matter. They'll have to leave it. But OG, they make the team fight work.
A little bit about this time around. Big difference in forcing out that Global Silence from Skem, managing to actually get some impact. He doesn't really channel the big spells, but and the timing's also not ideal. Stampede already flew open, a toughie for OG, but it's this decision to try to kite around from Liquid that maybe cost them, right? Like with the Stampede up, they don't go for a clean disengage or a full committal. They're trying to dance and kite around the area, hoping that they've got enough control. You see Mika standing with a BKB, doesn't want to really pop the Unleash, pops it later on as the backline starts to fall, but again, as the BKB fades, he's not confident in coming in with that early BKB pop. And without that BKB, it's just uncomfy to unleash away. Would have been a nice clean fight if they found a follow through on the second life just early on the Bushwhack for Tims. But overall, that's a good bounce back for OG after losing Roche in that manner. They take control back in the game. They've got that lead of 4K. And you're starting to get more and more into these big spikes. Again, Yopaj not too far from BKB. Kaya Sanj coming up next for Nico. You've got more utility lined up. Skem with the Solar Crest being built up. Tims with a nice nice Glimmer Cape to save as well.
Yopaj sees Tofu, will take him out. Yopaj, he does not mind vegetarian. Nisha did not like what he sees, he'll get out of it.
For the side of Liquid, it's tricky for Mike, right? Like, he is farming up quite fast still, keeping up with a Battle Fury troll, just because you've got this crazy facet in Fleeting Fury. He's going for more dispels, which is the right call. Like, the only reason Liquid had a rough time there, where Mike couldn't use his damage, was because he popped BKB to dispel off the silence. Having a secondary source of dispel for our Marcy, saving that BKB for when you actually want to pop Unleash, going to make a world of difference for how the Marcy starts to approach these fights. So, not too far off either here for the side of Liquid, but this is the point as well for Natsumi where he is just going to look to play forward. Like, Satanic's almost up, Sanjin Yasha's done. This troll is becoming tankier and tankier. You do have the control pieces ready. And lots of great single target control here from Liquid.
Even Nisha's got a Manta up now. Something you see every day on the Storm, but it certainly helps with the Global Silences. Yopaj not going to get there for the Raw. The Bushwhack will not land either. Meanwhile, Liquid, they love what they see. They'll come up north. Where did that Beastmaster go, they say? They'll find him. Fiend's Grip out. Kiss is in as well. No chance of the survival for Yopaj. They'll at least get Tims out of there. Meanwhile, Ace will get chased down by Nico. But he's going to be perfectly fine. Even better for Liquid. You did commit that Global Silence here from Skem. So now you don't even have to worry about that for a while.
No, 2 minutes down where, again, a team fight threat from OG just dissipates without that counter fight potential. And you're just forced to sit back and play this build-up game. Liquid don't quite find the objectives off the back of that, to be fair. Top tier 2 still healthy. There's still some time for the side of OG to get back into that position if they'd want to defend. And Tims is considering it, but without the backup, obviously not going to throw his body forward. For Liquid, they know there's no threat, right? Like, there's no reason to back off. You know, no Global Silence means you still play. In fact, it's going to line up with the next usage of Kisses and Grip And again, forced to use it defensively doesn't even save Yopaj. It does feel like you'd want at least one Lincoln, if not a Lotus up here on OG to help save the day. And Nico is working towards that one Lotus Orb. So, will be a start. You'll have to stay right next to Yopaj, but as long as you block one spell off, it's a huge window for the side of OG. Satanic fully done now for Natsumi as well. But this Marcy's just becoming a menace. Like, this Manta buildups you mentioned, Mikey, it's just genius. Because all you need to do is dispel Global Silence. And if you don't feel like you need a BKB, which, you know, the BKB in this game isn't necessarily the best choice, with Roar still being a threat, you can use the stats of Manta nicely, lower cooldown. It's fantastic. It's just heads up from the side of Liquid.
Liquid having a very clean game, 9-12 now. 1K advantage for OG. Very even affair, though, I might add. I mean, last time around, Liquid, they had a much, I want to say more dominant time. The OG's certainly been learning, that's for sure. Doing their homework here up against Team Liquid, not making it quite as easy as that first series was. Team Liquid. Not to be outdone, though. A nice slow game. Looks like they will start to group up into the mid lane. Nico's hanging around the area. They're going to smoke us for Liquid. Mickey will break his smoke on Nico. Not quite the target they want to try for first. Tofu's going to try and sneak up, but he's going to maybe be food for Nico. He will look to retreat. Team Liquid still looking for a way into this fight. Nothing to come of it yet, though.
Yeah, OG is actually just looking for that siege down bot. Natsumi's got a little bit of room, forces out the Fortify early. You are still in a position to try to collapse into this area for the side of Liquid, but it looks like they take better of it. And the push not fully committed either from OG, so both sides stay across the river from each other. And there is counterplay back up. Global Silence is off cooldown, so you are actually ready to fight here on OG's end. In fact, Natsumi's actually opting for the BKB, so wants additional protection here on her troll. Fair enough, as even just blocking Nightmare I think is going to feel great. Blocking off Enfeeble, it's going to be quite nice as well, as that reach reduction is just pretty obnoxious for something like the troll. Slower game so far. It has, you know, calmed down. Both sides have been trying to posture. OG enjoying the slower pace of the game, I will say, as it does feel like, again, they have a little bit of an arms race on them. They want to get this troll to be at the point where it's uncontestable. They want at least one Lotus Orb up as well, and Nico's slowly getting to that point.
Oh, nice jump. Nico, he's going to get caught. Ace with a setup. OG, they're coming in for the fight anyway. Nico, not dead yet. Will chain away as the Stampede. They're still following with Yopaj. Will jump in with a Roar. He found Mickey, but the BKB's making life very hard. He can't get through the HP pool. Finally, Nico will go down. So will Scam. Now the Fiend's Grip catching Yopaj. Team Liquid playing too clean in this team fight. Is Natsumi, who'll pop the Battle Trance eventually. Trying for Mickey, but he can't do it. There's too much control. Without the BKB, there's no using this Battle Trance. Anisha, he'll go for more. Thames, not gonna make it. The only survivor is Natsumi. But it really does feel like without a BKB in this troll, that nothing can happen.
It just doesn't do anything. And for OG, it looked like a decent start. Like, yeah, you get caught out Nico. That's the ideal target to cop all of these spells. Liquid, though, just really smart with spell usage. They pop the kisses first. They hold on to the grip after Global Silence. And that just gives them the angle to get that chokehold onto Yopaj to cut off the one major threat outside of the troll that they can't fully control with the BKB. And they just split them apart in OG. You know, you're not able to just spam out your spells on Nico. He lost so much HP in that onslaught. Yopaj again just getting gripped, that patience out from Boxy to wait for the prime target, to wait for sort of this re-engage to come in. And for Natsumi, it's like you mentioned, without the BKB, the troll is just going to get kited. Arguably, even with the BKB, kiting issues will remain for Natsumi, but at least maybe some more impact here. And OG lose the lead. 13-13, very even game still. Net worth lead now on Liquid, but the momentum certainly in Liquid's way now as well. Like, they are starting to pop off. This Storm, Nisha has fully recovered.
Jump in again. They found Nico a second time. Nico, not quite as tanky as he once was. Will drop. Team Liquid looking for more. They smell blood in the water. Nothing else to come of this. There's a Roshan they can play for. There's T2 towers. What do they want? The world's their oyster.
There's just no threats. Like, Global Silence is back up, to be fair, but again, it almost feels like it's not a concern. If Global Silence is up, just reset with Stampede first anyhow. You've got the Dispel on Ace. You can choose to back off. Ace just one part away from the full Ags now, so you have to contend with a Workhorse save as well. OG trying to sneak out with a smoke. They've got Roar. Yopaj is their best burst play here. Maybe if you catch someone off like Tofu.
Has he got the Ags yet? On Yopaj?
Yeah, he's had it for a while.
Yopaj? Gonna jump in. Oh, I apologize. I was meant Nisha. My apologies. Yopaj. I know Yopaj, the Beastmaster. Yeah, I know, John. My apologies for that. Nisha, has he got the accent?
No, he's not queuing it up.
Okay, he's not queuing.
No.
I'm not in the lobby, John.
It was.
I can't see.
We were looking at Ace's career and his Ags, which he does have the gold for. Workhorse is about to come in.
Yeah.
So, again, with all of these saves on hand, with the disengage they have with Stampede alone.
Boxy, he's such a headache, this guy. Boxy. The shenanigans. He's gonna die. They'll take him out. They remember what happened last Roshan attempt.
Yeah, they did. And they're holding on to Global Silence. Kisses are down for a little bit longer, so maybe more confidence here for OG to clear out the dominated creeps, just providing all this info, though.
Yeah, and they're trying to make sure Ace can't actually blink in. Nico just constantly chipping away at the centaur, ensuring he's got no way into the pit. Meanwhile, though, Nisha finding Skem in the back, but doesn't have quite enough damage to finish off the job. He buys more time where Roshan has not died. But the chase is on. Nico still frontlining. Mickey gonna jump in. Ace with the hoof stop as well. Nico tanking all the damage. Roshan finally goes down. Nico needs some help. Can he get away? It seems like he can. Yopaj, he's jumped in with his BKB. Who are they actually hunting though? They're trying for Tofu on the workhorse. Tofu finally should go down. And he will. But that's just the support. They want a bit more than that. They won't find it, but they do secure Aegis.
You can just see how costly it is for the side of OG to even find that one kill. With a full Ags up here on Ace. I mean, this Workhorse, man, we've seen it time and time and again, and they didn't even have to expend Stampede this time on the side of Liquid. Still have it up. Same thing goes for OG. Global Silence is still ready for good old Skem. So you have some ways of at least interrupting the grip. But man, it just feels complicated for OG to play this game. Like Nico has to cop a million spells, survive, hope the re-engage is good. You try to split up the Centaur as well, like the Workhorse target in Tofu's not the best, but he does stall so much time. Those 8 seconds just feel like an eternity for anyone having to play against the Centaur. And again, even with that Aegis take for the side of OG, it doesn't feel safe. Like, it's just easier for Liquid to play their game, easier for Liquid to find these angles, easier for Liquid to look for that burst so far and have safety nets. OG, I'd say the big point for them, and when they start to feel even better in teamfight control, is if Skem can somehow farm up a refresh. I mean, he's going for the Lotus Orb first, looking for counter control, but if you can get that double Global Silence off, it starts to feel really oppressive, even with the BKB and Mantis up on Liquid. The issue is, will you have time to get to that point? It just doesn't feel like Skem has that time, the luxury of time in this kind of game.
Well, you got a Lincoln Spear on Mickey now, you got a Basher up on Natsumi.
It's pretty dangerous.
So sure is.
Not being able to roar up the Marcy now for Yopaj. I mean, even just having Lincolns on, protection for Nisha if ever. Like a lot of ways to actually just bait out some big spell usage here on the side of OG.
OG? They're gonna snake up through the Radiant Triangle. Tier 1 tower will go down, Natsumi. Make short work of it. They don't really have a creep wave nearby, so nothing else to come of this push. OG, still the ones that want to force the fight with this 2.5 minute Aegis still up. Pings are coming out towards the mid-tier 2 tower for OG. Of course, Team Liquid just trying to secure farm in the meantime, not willing to really force this fight, although I say that they do ping out Natsumi. That's the big target they really want to start on. They'll jump in with the Nightmare and the rebound. Lotus Orb going to make life hard for the Fiends group for Boxy. Natsumi, though, starting to drop low. Still has a secondary life, but he's popped the BKB in the first one. And they Satanic for that matter. Fiends grip now out. Catching the Troll Warlord. Natsumi's still fine. There's your Global Silence. Ace, he's in trouble. Held down by the Bushwhack. He is gone. One down for Liquid. Scam running. Tofu was trying to get him with the kisses. Natsumi will still hold on to the Aegis. They will work towards that tier 2 mid tower.
They don't have creeps. Nisha's just cutting.
Nisha is indeed doing a great job. Bushwhack will land though. Yopaj gets the roar off. And Nisha, they will punish the Storm for these shenanigans. Was that the first death? No, it wasn't the first, but nevertheless, it was a wicked 6 streak that they took away from him.
Fourth death in first time in a while.
First time in a while.
Some time here for Nisha, and for OG, that's probably that's the perfect team fight they're looking for. This time it's Natsumi that's there. With just the Lotuses alone, they stall out. They get really good usage out of Global Silence. Natsumi, it looked awkward having to pop BKB, then Satanic, then kind of stalling out the Battle Trance as well. But he still has Aegis. He has a reset in 40 seconds. They've got the banner down. These objectives do not last long, and you don't have a buyback on Nisha if you wanted to contest early. So you could get away with one on the side of OG. And again, they play their tools right. The timing's just impeccable as well. Yopaj getting his refresh right before that fight really allows them to have that confidence to just throw out the roar, have that opportunity for the second on Nisha. We'll get away with just one.
They've got to defend. Well, they're looking for a way to defend, rather. OG will play it safe. Only 1 melee barracks down. Nico's still looking to mess around with Mickey a little bit, but will not stick around for it. Of course, no Aegis up left. OG more than happy with the 1 racks they've gotten. Now, Team Liquid now 4K behind, but not the biggest deal in the world. No. It's Team Liquid. They've been in this situation a million times.
That they have. And they still have a lot of room to grow. You know, Mika is working into that Daedalus, more burst damage on our Marcy. You've got Nisha, who's been trying to save up for his own Lincolns here, and has made steady progress right before dying. So that's the one that's really going to catch the side of OG off guard. I mean, Yopaj has a double roar, but chances are you'd want to actually roar heroes instead of just popping Lincolns and missing your opportunity. It's all going to boil down to execution. I think that's just how it's been for the last few fights. OG out-execute Liquid in the last one, especially with Ace maybe overstepping his bounds, not respecting the damage Natsumi has for a tanky target over a prolonged amount of time. See that roller coaster for Graf there? Swing back to Liquid earlier on, swinging back to OG in that last engagement. Whether or not they can maintain that, we'll have to see. They have been fairly disciplined throughout this match, though. Same thing goes with Liquid, of course. But now they have to contend with Mike and his Daedalus. Like this Marcy can do the work. So long as Mika is allowed to actually focus in. There's a lot of obstacles here for OG in trying to pin him down. Manta plus BKB for the Global Silence, the Lincolns for the Roar. Actually finding a way to stop him is challenging at best.
Absolutely. Nisha, he's working towards the Lincoln Sphere himself, and then the Aghanim Scepter. You're at that point now where that AoE Vortex going to feel very, very good. In fact, starting to feel kind of necessary.
Somewhat. I mean, it could be a really good setup for Ace to come in, right? Or follow through for Ace's control as well. Like, there's a lot of ways to make use of that Ags that comes out here from Nisha. If he'd want that first, he hasn't really committed to either part just yet. So it's open enough and kind of making that choice. For OG, I mean, Roshan, we're going to see in 40 seconds how long the next one will be. They're already set to take the last outer tower away from Liquid, and they can start to set up control in that area. It's been really rough around these Roche fights, but they did manage to make it work the last time around. It's all down to whether or not you can find the backline, or whether or not you can survive that initial jump in for Natsumi, and they'll actually look for pressure. Tier 2's being sieged mid. They'll take the Tier 3 in exchange.
Natsumi not messing around. Not very often you see a troll warlord in this position these days, I'll tell you, John. Usually you're just stuck in the jungle somewhere. And Natsumi having a great old game one so far. And Team Liquid nowhere near out of this game yet. Yopaj getting hurricaned up to the high ground. You love to see it.
Does
he have a TP?
Yeah, 60 seconds. He has a refresh for it if he wants. He has a blink, so he's fine.
He has a... Okay.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Yeah.
You're all right, Yopaj.
You know, it's just a little in dedication to his friend RTZ. From their time in Alpha. You know, our friend RTZ. One for the boys, as they say.
Always for the boys.
This one could go for either boys as well. 40 seconds until Roshan. And again, it's a lot of the momentum swings have been tied to that Roche tail. Liquid's been very good at sneaking around. They're out for the smoke again. If they find this win, Roshan's not too far off.
Absolutely. 5-man smoke from Team Liquid. OG, they're going to hold on to the dire triangle for now. Nico, with the closest target to Team Liquid at this point. And he's proven to be really annoying to try and burst down at the start of the fight.
Oh, second scan hits.
It certainly does. Scam may get caught first. They do love just bursting down the silencer immediately, as now the Stampede just to try and catch up to the rest of them. Ace, oh, he's found a 2-man! Completely blind! They'll try to burst him down. Ace, he's not going to survive it. 1-for-1 so far. The buyback was there from Skim as well, ensuring there's no follow-up as now Mickey trying to go on Yopaj. The Fiend Rip to lock him in. Where's the follow-up to it? Yopaj, he'll make it through as now Natsumi. He's got Mickey down. They'll take down the Beastmaster of Yopaj, but Natsumi is cleaning up. Nisha, he'll get the TP and so will Tofu.
It's a big win for OG. I mean, out of all the targets you could kill, Scam first with buyback. Maybe not ideal to break your smoke. Allows that repositioning out from the side of OG, and now the threat of Roshan is open. OG, you've got the troll. It doesn't take too long to be in that pit. Nico scouts it out for the team, and you can see again all of that breaking out. A great blind move forward from Ace. But the quick buyback, cutting off a lot of that early damage. And it looks awkward for Yopaj. He's just constantly stunned through his BKB timing. He gets gripped up as well on the refresh as the Vortex lands in the back. But a good force feed of Lotuses there from Tims. And Yopaj is just back in the game. Does manage to get a little bit more out. Still falls in the end, but gives that spacing for Nisha to have to focus on him and provide that room for everyone else to focus on the back.
Yeah, doing fantastic work here, OG. AK net worth advantage now. They look like they want to try for the high ground of the bottom lane. Never mind, they will retreat for now. May just wait out those cooldowns first. You at least want that global silence. Yep. You saw the impact of that last team fight.
It's something you rely on heavily here for OG. And now you have a safety net for Scam. Full Aeon disc up. So even if he does get jumped, he will have that window to react. And they're starting to make their way up top. Nisha's farming in this area. Tims, he's hanging around. Nisha's not going to walk up into the gate, but still might be able to scout him out. That Natsumi does show. That will provide an alibi to bail out here for Nisha.
Looks like Nisha's going for a nullifier too. Just feeling like it's necessary for him to be able to just burst somebody down in the middle of these fights. Oh, changes his mind. Scythe the Vice instead.
Fair enough.
That's great as well.
Yeah, just instant control when you do make that commitment. I think it's... that's really been key, right? Like, you're so reliant on Ace to survive through. And Ace, I mean, he's very survivable now, but his full heart up. 5.5k HP here. The Crimson Guard damage block must be huge when he does pop that aura on. Pop the active up. And it's just a lot more barriers for OG to eat through. They have been eating through it just fine. I'd say most of that damage is coming in from Nico and Yopaj. I don't think Natsumi's damage is all too beneficial against the Centaur and that Crimson Guard, as he is sieging away.
Top racks. Ace gonna try and slow this down. Nisha zipping right through. Nightmare out as well. Ace locked down for a little bit, but they see how tanky the man is. They won't try for Ace right now. They just want a safe barracks to be taken. Ace again jumping in for a stun. Natsumi still very precautious. Nisha We'll go in once again. Natsumi about to lose the first life, but he's still alive as he'll try to move on to the Centaur. Mickey even jumping in, trying to see if he can find the disposed play, but doesn't quite. But they do successfully defend the high ground.
They do. They only lose the range racks. Not the biggest objective to really find here for the side of OG. They still have time in that Aegis though. 2.5 minutes still left. They can just look to reset, and they will. Refresh Orb being queued up for Skem next. You're seeing just how strong this Crimson Guard is from Ace for the high ground defense.
Natsumi gonna be okay. Looks like Nisha's trying to find the supports, trying to find Skem on that silencer. This time he won't have buyback if they need it. So if you can find the silencer, you can ensure the global silence is gone for good. Jump in, Natsumi. They're gonna lose the first life here on the Troll Warlord. Setting up for the second. But Natsumi, not feeling it, will retreat. They'll walk away with the range barracks, but that's about it. Nothing too important lost from Team Liquid.
No, it's so oppressive playing into Ace. This hard Crimson Guard, man. The damage block is insane. And Feeble at this point as well with the attack damage reduction on a Troll. Natsumi just tickles these objectives.
Oh, hold on a minute though, Natsumi! He's jumped in with the workhorse from Ace. It's gonna buy time for Mickey to try and get out of there. But Ace, he's taking so much damage. They'll pop the Stampede, but the Aurora's out. Yopaj, he'll refresh. He'll go for another. He caught Mickey with that one. No buyback on the Marcy. Tofu also in trouble. Nisha, he's going to try and salvage the fight, but he's out of mana. He needs to get back to the fountain. Meanwhile, Ace and Boxy saving Tofu is Nisha. He's going to jump back in. He'll try for Nico. Nico, though, just tanking through all the damage, trying to go back after Ace. He'll heal up again. Now Turax is down. Do they stick around for the Megas? Mickey's down for 65 without buyback, but it's just gold. It's not on cooldown. OG do not know about this.
No. It's a massive risk to go out again without Skem, but at the same time, all of their damage disappeared in Liquid. Mika is literally their burst. You do have some poke damage on Nisha. It's just not enough, right? And the saves are big. There's only so much you can do. At this point in the game, Natsumi's just ripping faces apart. Has the Ags flying out now as well. The full Ags blessing actually on top. So he has those whirling axes to dispel every single time. Really wonderful solution to take care of Enfeeble. Like absolutely the one biggest thing holding them back in some of these soft pushes is just Enfeeble debuff. 70% attack damage is massive. And now he has access to a free Tormentor as well. Wonder who gets that lucky shard here for OG. Skem now can drain more from the enemy's brains, which is always fun. I mean, still, Liquid, they're not out of it, right? Like, their 2 racks is down, bot is holding steady, Mika is a beast, he has a lot of output. I think you're seeing some of the weaknesses of the Workhorse with a melee hero, right? You saw the position Ace had to maintain. He had to stand still with Workhorse just to try to get Mika to get some damage out. And when that fails, you know, you're running out of time on the Workhorse Stampede. You have to pop the actual Stampede. It's not ideal in comparison to just dragging a range core around, maintaining safer spacing. When Workhorse fades, you're not in the middle of the entire enemy team. On a melee hero, it's harder to utilize that in terms of offense at the very least.
Times are very, very tough for Team Liquid. Backs against the wall. They're not out of it yet, though. They are not out of it yet. Still in this game. Still one barracks holding. OG looks like they're going to wait for the next Roshan to try and go high ground again. This OG squad has been very disciplined, I should say, during this Wallahia Season 6. Something that's been surprising a lot of the viewers and the SEA fans that are pretty familiar with this team and players. I mean, I'm going to say it. They haven't looked this disciplined in a long time.
Yeah, it just sounds crazy when I say, oh, Southeast Asia control. It just hasn't.
You don't need to say that, John. You know?
I mean, you know, that's a reality. Let's be real for a moment. That's the implication when I say, oh, you know, never underestimate the capability for our team to throw away a lead. Hopefully maintains, but so far it's been really clean.
Yopaj sees a couple. Nisha and rather Tofu going to try and back out of it. Yopaj not going to find Tofu. Will look for Nisha, but Nisha with the zip TP are going to be perfectly fine. Meanwhile, mid, Ace spotted by Natsumi. He's a very, very tanky Sentinel. Natsumi was doing more damage to himself than he was to Ace.
He did manage to force some spells out. Workhorse down, not the longest cooldown. Unleash down is maybe something you can capitalize on. 40 seconds for it to be back up. And bigger tool gone. Crimson Guard has been popped.
A shot?
Still?
He's feeling safe enough here. Lincoln's Manta, he can kind of scout out for his squad, see what's going on down at this bottom lane. Won't stick around too long, of course. He's very close to the Aghanim Scepter as well, which you really, really would like before this fight breaks out. And the thing is, you might not even save for buyback. You might just go all in on the Ags. Yopaj trying to find the Raw. He popped his BKB very early on. So BKB down. Nisha, he's going to go in anyway. He wants Tims on that hoodwink, but Tims will be all right as the kisses do start to fly in, proccing at least the Aeon Disc. So they get a BKB, they get an Aeon Disc out of OG, and they won't really have to commit anything for it.
No. And kisses at this point, not really something you're too concerned about here on the side of Liquid OG. At this rate, they might as well just wait for next Roche. A minute off, they've got control of the bot jungle, they're constantly shoving every wave. And there's no rush, because the longer this game goes, the more utility you get. Scam again, saving up for his refresh. Double Global Silence really blows this game open for OG. Just, I mean, there's only so much you can do with your Manta BKB when, you know, you can just layer double Global Silence from Scam. And you know, there's no real counterplay here from Liquid outside of just killing the Silencer. You're in a happy state for OG, so long as you don't start bleeding kills randomly here. And so far, again, they haven't done that. They've been very disciplined. They're playing the map as a unit. They haven't really split up. And they've just been holding steady. Liquid as well, not making mistakes, playing it safe, slowly building up. This is the kind of team that will always look for mistakes, Liquid. And they just spot one little misstep. They can drag a game back. They've got the full Ags on Boxy. See, they do have that lower cooldown Fiends Grip, the illusions as well that you have to stop. But again, Global Silence has been their consistent solution here from the side of OG anyhow.
Yeah, that's why you're seeing Nisha just constantly just looking to scam all these fights. It's the key. If you get rid of the Global Silence, the fight just becomes infinitely easier. Because Boxy can actually play the game. Fourth Roshan, of course, will be available now, and OG will have first dibs on that Roshan. Liquid, do they venture out and try to force something around this pit? Roshan will make it obvious. They pop a smoke immediately. They want to try for the fight. It's too valuable. Roshan, though, getting low. Halfway there already. Not too much time to think about this. Ace might just need to jump in. The kisses, it'll give the information necessary. Fiends Grip out on Nico. Hold down the timber. And Ace! He takes the Aegis! He's got it away from Natsumi. Nico's going to go down. Natsumi, he's on Mickey, but Mickey's still able to get out of there. Yopaj jumps in with the Raw. The Nightmare's going to buy a bit of time, but Mickey's still going to drop. They will at least deny the Aegis away, as now the buybacks are incoming. Ace, he's so tanky. Natsumi still trying to get through the Centaur. Nico will help out. They'll get the first life. Meanwhile, Nisha, silenced up, trying to run. They'll root him in place. Nisha, a little bit low on mana, but he's still going for the man fight. Mickey jumping back in with the workhorse. Ace once again, saving this game for Team Liquid. Can they keep going? Liquid, they need to retreat. They're falling. In fact, Nisha's got a double. They'll buy back on Yopaj though. Nisha trying to find Tims. He's out of mana, he's out of hope, and he's out of life. He's gone. But he's got buyback. Oh my goodness, Ace. What an Aegis steal from Ace.
I'm surprised Natsumi didn't preemptively pop BKB. It reminds me of maybe a couple of times where a preemptive BKB might have saved the day for OG. Doesn't quite end in disaster, but it's a lot of commitment out of OG with these buybacks now. 2 buybacks on either side left. That's all they have each to play with if things go south here. And for Liquid, this stalls out the endgame. No, you don't have that safety net for OG. You didn't win hard enough with the buyback commitments to feel safe to go into that last set of racks. So you're going to be stuck playing a little bit of a farming game unless Liquid overstep. But chances are they won't. The side of OG gonna be pretty disappointed handing not just Aegis, but every single tool to Ace. He got the refresh shard, he got the cheese.
He got everything.
Yeah.
He got everything, this man.
Grave robber.
Absolutely. Nice. Well, there you go. If Liquid managed to make a comeback here, I think we've got our MVP candidate. That's for sure. OG still in the lead, looking to press their advantage once again, but they won't have the safety of an Aegis up. They won't have that very, very important Roshan banner available to them either. Do they still want to try and force this push? Because if you don't, then we're going to tier 5 item territory.
Oh yeah.
That's where we're going.
I mean, hey, look, that average game time for OG, right? When they're winning, it's longer.
I mean,
when they're losing, it's shorter.
It is their territory.
That's what they want here.
They were born in the late game.
I mean, they already set us up for it, right? Like, this is still game 1. We had how long of a lobby remake earlier, Mikey? How long of a pause?
That was about 20 minutes.
Yeah, just about. You know, the classic Southeast Asian experience. And OG, this might be the play. Their last series up against Liquid.
Yeah.
Maybe the game plan is to drag it into midnight and see what happens the next day. As Liquid are smoked up, they want to end this today, Mike Phoenix.
Absolutely. Let's better get the melatonin ready. The boys might have trouble sleeping tonight. It's going to be a long one. Nisha having a hunt around, not going to see anyone quite yet. Team Liquid still in the Hunters 5. OG understanding that without that Aegis, they are pretty vulnerable now. The fights have been a lot more even than they should be. And that's just props to Team Liquid. They're just that great of a team.
That they are. They're just so good at, again, exploiting these weaknesses that OG has. Just getting these jumps in, getting these saves with a workhorse. This Centaur is just obnoxious, man. Like, how can a hero have 6.2k HP with Crimson Guard the way it works? As well with that barrier, it's just insane how much you're blocking. Just stall out. Scan does spot the side of OG. Whether or not they want to do anything with that info in Liquido remains to be seen, as they are hugging again across the river so far. And you know, we're close enough to next Roshan to consider it. 3 minutes away. Stall out for a little bit longer. Start to maybe stack some camps. In fact, no, OG. They're the ones to smoke. Line drawn on the map. They want to take the gate. They couldn't get a rear flank here onto Liquid.
And Natsumi just put out the BOT2s. Liquid will start to move in. Top tier 3 tower is where they'll go. Smoke rotation from OG. They're coming right from behind. Through the twin gates, all the way from the back. So Nisha's going to have the chance to take down the tier 3 tower. He'll move on to the melee barracks. Liquid must be a little bit confused as to where OG are at the moment. OG still coming in from the rear. Mickey not spotted yet. Yopash will have his smoke broken. He'll blink forward, but he doesn't find anyone there. Nisha, meanwhile, he jumps right in onto Scam. The Aeon Disc will allow the global silence to come out, and now the Roar, but no, the workhorse. Ace, he's not allowed, but Ace is going to go down. Now Nisha's gone, a bird. Liquid look to retreat. OG. I thought it was a pretty horrible start to the fight. Yopar just blinks into nothing, but Nisha, he took the fight thinking they could burst down Scam. Scam had the Aeon Disc ready this time.
Yeah, and even with the nullifier, it's just enough time, that little bit of burst for him to actually cast the global silence. And that means the follow through to save just isn't there. Gets enough of a window to get that advantage up for OG. And OG, it was a long wraparound. I would say it was fairly obvious for Liquid as well, wasn't it? No one was there to defend that tier 3 for a solid, what, half a minute. And they were in position to try to break the back, but it didn't seem quite ready.
Mickey?
Huge opportunity.
Mickey!
Oh.
That's a lot of damage from Nico. That whirling death really hurt. No buybacks being committed though from Liquid. Calm and composed.
Now, this siege is still a challenge. At the least, you're not dealing with Crimson Guard barriers. And again, you have that self-dispel on not.
Oh, the Fiend's Grip. The Lotus Orb cancel. You're playing without the Axe Fiend's Grip now. Oh, the fight's so much harder for Team Liquid without it. They need every bit of hold they can get. They'll hold on to the buybacks for now, hoping the respawn timers will be there in time. Even if not, you don't want to give up the buybacks here. Even against Megas. Kisses will do all the work. OG, they're not going to stick around. Tier 5 items. 45 seconds away.
Beautiful. This is when Southeast Asia gets to its peak. See if anyone gets some nice items to pick up here. I'm not sure. Actually, Scared with the Helm of the Undying will actually break this game.
Yeah, I mean, look, here's the thing, right? Now we get to see who gave it. Helm of the Undying, right? The helm stays on. We know how it works.
Yep.
This is going to be interesting. If you give a helm to Natsumi, it's really good. Like you said, Scam is really good. But then on Liquid, you got a Storm, you got a Marcy just punching away.
Yep.
How many plays has Ace made? Who gets the helms, John?
10 helms. Everyone gets a helm.
Everyone gets a helm.
That's the only way to be fair. That's the only way to be fair. We'll see. 60-minute mark up. Everyone's farming that jungle on Liquid's end. And so is OG. Gonna be keen on seeing just exactly what we're looking for on these tier 5s. Will we get 10 helms? Because if we get 10 helms, Mike, there's a chance that this game just never ends.
Yeah. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Has anyone got an item yet?
Not yet.
Not yet. Not one person has an item.
No, they're still farming up.
Do we go Book of the Dead's here, John? Probably pretty useless in fairness, but go on.
I wouldn't mind it if you wanted to just distract, spawn your 5 Book of the Dead while some fight is breaking off elsewhere and just rush tier 4, sure.
I think you just go to Regalia, right? No, Unrelenting Eye is where we'll go.
Oh, you know, I don't mind that. I think the stat res is incredibly important for a hero like Troll.
That's true.
The slow res isn't too shabby either. So I appreciate that. More attack speed as well. You don't care about
oh, there it is. There it is.
Ah.
Helm of the Undying Phoenicia.
Oh.
And they say they don't play favorites. Look at that. What a beautiful helmet. What's Mickey got?
Cái đồ đấy ngon vãi hồn, đồ đấy cho Storm ngon đấy. Hồi sinh cộng thêm là mẹ mày giết người thêm dây
Helm of the Undead as well.
There you go.
Vua vãi lùn.
Scam?
No, I don't believe so.
He got Spider actually griefing. It legitimately is. I mean, he can reposition, sure, but it's that window to pop global silence. Bit of refresh up here.
Well, he's not griefing, John. He didn't have the option for the helm.
No, they're being griefed by Gabe.
They're being griefed, is what you were meant to say.
Yeah. Just being griefed.
Look at that, John. Book of the Dead. Book of the Dead. Book of the Dead. Yes. See, I can't hate Team Liquid, John. They understand me like nobody else does. Look at them.
How many do they have, though?
Three of them.
3 Books of the Dead.
3 of them. And here I was saying Nisha was favored. My goodness.
No, they're all favored. Liquid. They've got the blessings.
Chôn
The 3
Timber
books.
gọt cũng nhanh.
That's the King Killer trilogy for you, if you've ever read.
No, John, I don't. The only book I read is Necro Book. Book of the Dead. That's all I read.
Tại sao mà KB đã phải Aghanim?
It's stuck at 2 books out of 3 though.
Tại sao nó phải là Aghanim của
Not
Glim
quite a trilogy.
Lotus.
So I guess you're better off in Liquid with the 3 books set.
Tao là KB ông đổi hitter
I don't know.
thằng ấy tăng Fetty, tăng cái talent 25 cũng đã phải talent đấy. Talent 25 hình như là tăng bắn lan hay
Roshan
sao?
available in 15 seconds for either side. 5th Roshan of the game, I do believe. I'm not confirming with you, John. I know you're not keeping count.
Yeah, it's if I recall right, we saw the 4th a while ago. So yes, 5 does come after 4.
OG sneaking up, Boxy targeted, but no, nice blink away. They'll try for Ace instead. Yopaj, he does find the Bane. Boxy cannot be saved. They might find Yopaj though. Meanwhile, Natsumi, he's onto the main target. He found Mickey, but Mickey will just rebound out of there. Meanwhile, Nisha going after Tims will take him out. Buyback on Boxy, buyback on Yopaj. Tims does not have buyback. Stampede pop. Now the Fiend's grip. They've got Nico held down. Mickey's going to jump in. Do they have the damage? They do. Nico's down. He'll buy back. Now Scam targeted on the silencer. He's already popped the global, but he's down. Yopaj, he died to Roshan. Now Natsumi's gone.
Oh, what? Mickey Ace!
Mickey! Oh, he's gone down. Nico trying to salvage the game, but it's 2 versus 4 right now. It could be 2 versus 5 if they want. Nico, this will be a dieback on him. Only Natsumi left. Liquid, how do they always do this?
They find ways, and they found the right way to get that done. Yopaj was trying to jump the back line. And his roar, yeah, it's nice. He gets some control in the back. He's just directly next to Mike. And he just melts. That damage is just ridiculous. They're going for Roshan. Tier 2 bot does melt. The buyback's forced out, and now you have that full Ags up on Nisha. You've even got the defense coming out. Ace just holding the creep waves back. So no sneaky shenanigans here from Natsumi. What can he do? A minute until Yopaj is up, 80 seconds until Nico is back up.
It's a long time.
It's a lot of time here for Liquid to look for the end. Look at that roller coaster rising back up.
That's what I'm personally praying for too, John. Not relating to Dota, I might add. Bottom lane, they're going to push in here, Team Liquid. They've got Books of the Dead too, John. Don't forget.
Actually, you know what? That makes the most sense against Troll because he's forced to target randomly.
4 towers is where we're going. They know they're out of options here, OG. It's 3 versus 5. You've got no choice. You've got to fight. You cannot wait, OG. But like you said, so many units for Natsumi. They'll jump in Nisha. He's about both supports. Nisha taking him out. Thames is gone. And that's it. That is it, Team Liquid. Making the game 1 comeback. Literally stealing the game from OG.
That they do, but man, the way they get that done, the way they find these flanks in, and for OG, a very disciplined game coming out from them. Liquid, again, just not a team you can ever count out. The net worth lead was never fully significant.